Me too.
All right.
I'm okay.
Whenever you guys are ready, we
Let me
can
know when
start
you're ready,
with,
Schroeder.
this B.
I'm okay.
Hang on,
as fast as my little fingers can.
all I want to do is check what popular things are on Twitter at the moment so I can hashtag it.
We're good to go. I mean, we're good to go.
All right, everyone give out the universal sign of okay.
Where is what I seek?
Fucking man.
And
Alive.
God damn it, Nate.
Changing the titles and the thing, and then I'm ready.
Gang sign. God damn it.
No gang.
Mint game gang assemble.
The rest I can do while we're doing the show, so I should be good to go.
Oh, okay.
Then 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of young ages. Welcome to the Level
No,
Unlocked.
kids of young ages should not be listening to this.
Yeah, that's.
don't think so?
Kids of all ages.
I don't know, but if they listen to it, like if younger kids listen to it, they're gonna get like a lot of knowledge for the future. This is almost
There's
equivalent
not a
to.
single child that I would ever let
Our
listen to this podcast.
our podcast is probably heavily restricted to children because of our language.
I think so too. Like, listen to one podcast is like equivalent to graduating high school. It's just you're gonna get so
Shit.
much knowledge.
I mean, if you're listening to Joe Rogan, sure.
Oh man, we're fucking way better than him. Anyways,
It's Joe fucking Rogan.
yeah, but this
kids,
is the
listen
Level
to
Unlock
this-
podcast.
Yeah, kids, listen to this fucking podcast,
Yes.
you goddamn cowards.
If you're not fucking listening to it, you're not living life. Okay, I want every age group listening to it.
Yeah.
2-year-olds,
just-
5-year-olds,
Jeff's
teens.
just screaming internally.
I know.
during this
God
whole
damn it,
thing.
guys.
I know. I've always been such. I've always aimed for such a like PG and like just a good family show. And then I
And then
play
you
with
played
all the
Cuphead.
guys. I played Cuphead. I played. Actually, you know what really did it was the Overwatch Battle Royale with Cheeses did it. That's what did it.
Yeah.
After those, I'm just like,
I don't care
Yeah,
anymore.
fuck it.
Hanging out with me in
Oh.
general, though, I fucking corrupted Schroeder so much when he became the lead. Like, oh, fucking.
it spread like wildfire at
It
work
did.
right now.
Well, hold on, guys. Wait, I gotta get into the festive spirit. Give me a sec.
Fuck you want,
They
Big
say some of the
Chungus?
most inappropriate things. Would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? For those that are listening to the show instead of watching the live show that we do Sundays around 10,
Or 10:30.
10:30ish, yeah, in that time. People Hate Studios, aka the
Jameson.
Yep, has a wonderful Christmas hat on that's glittering and glowing. It's got the lights in there. The lights are gyrating
They are.
in an upwards pattern, rotating around the top of his head like almost like what are the
Like
angels.
a big UFO up in the sky, like it's going in a rhythmic pattern. Like
You
it
have
has to be rotating. You know, I can't understand it.
He's trying to contact them.
God damn it! Now we're
to-
gonna have to put a pre-warning on this podcast. If you experience seizures or have epilepsy, do not watch
no,
it.
This is fine.
There's
Jesus
a big
Christ,
flames
James.
on his head here,
It's
you
not.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, Santa Claus is gonna hone in on that there, yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Exactly.
He's- he
Santa
knows
Claus
right
gonna
where to
come
land.
over here so I can take all the presents.
He's gonna slide right into
Doesn't
them
look like I'm on a
DMs, James.
fucking stream tonight.
Fuck
You
you,
better
too,
stop
Nate.
it.
Streaming.
Anyways,
Oh, I got none of my stuff's even
12.
12, man. Always
12.
12. Welcome once again, level 48 of the Level Unlock podcast. Fucking Schroeder has got me saying levels now, level 48.
Level 48.
I like it though.
But it's the pre-Christmas show.
It is the
It's the
pre-Christmas show.
pre-Christmas show.
So first, for those who, depending on, hopefully I can get this updated sooner before Christmas, before or after Christmas, regardless, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, everybody, Happy Hanukkah, and Merry Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays, all of them,
Yes.
Merry, happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. There you go.
There you
except
go.
for that one.
That's heavy.
That's heavy. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the pre-Christmas show. I hope everyone's having a great day, having a great week. I know Best Buy's been a jamming with the 8 a.m.s to 11 p.m.s. So I know that's been wearing, but those are soon coming to an end, and we have Christmas on Wednesday. So Merry
What the
Christmas.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Christmas is so soon.
Doesn't even feel like it, bros.
Holidays are already almost
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
James
we-
is so upset about that. That's why he just said,
June.
"What the fuck?" Because he's so he's like, "Holy shit, Christmas is here."
I should
It
keep the
legit
Christmas
doesn't feel like
spirit.
it to me.
It really
I
doesn't.
haven't.
Say the Christmas spirit still happens after Christmas until New Year's, and then the second or third, and everyone's just dead.
Yep. No, I
So,
completely agree.
I'm also I'm in the ultimate Christmas attire right now. Not only do I have this, but I'm also wearing a
Ho ho ho!
Tidus from Final Fantasy X going, instead of laughing like an idiot, he's just screaming ho ho ho.
I like it. I fucking like it.
Bad shout outs to the Yeti Daily Designs. Take a look at yeti.com.
So what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing this fine week leading up to good old Christmas?
I want to die. I open tomorrow.
I got Red Bull, so it's good. It's good. I'm turning this off.
I have to be there at 7:45 a.m. I don't want to.
God, it must suck to be you right now.
It
God.
really fucking does.
That came out way wrong. I mean, it just
No, it came out perfect. We love you, Nate.
Oh,
I just.
I,
casually
I'm
hang
sorry.
myself
That's what I
up.
It
meant.
was like
That's how I-
fucking
It's fine.
Mark's comments when we were playing Call of Duty with fucking
I'm confused.
with Trevor. Man, Trevor, I wish I could be as good as a gamer as you. Just the subtle jabs.
I'm glad I'm not the only one to notice that.
Say,
I didn't
fucking-
know if I did or not.
We got into
I
a very
did.
small little bicker last night.
Who?
Huh?
Who did?
Who?
Mark and I got into a little.
Did you?
Yeah. I
little-
don't know
little
if he remembers
tiff?
it, but
I like to
We
push
got into
people's buttons.
a little. Yeah, a little fracas.
That's Mark for you.
He's
Yeah,
the
what
quietest
happens?
dude who always makes the biggest noise. It's like fucking Mike Richards.
He's the most savage motherfucker I know.
Right. Even knows.
Yeah, that was just
I was just slightly attacked, and then I got a little agitated about
little
it
heated.
because the other person didn't get attacked, but he was fine.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, when we were playing Call of Duty on, was it Thursday or whatever it was, just those little things from fucking Mark. Like, oh man, I wish I was that good at playing this game. Man, I wish I was just like you.
Try real hard someday, maybe. Just
Yeah,
maybe.
I just believe in myself. Maybe one day.
It's like, oh my
Hard
god,
to cards.
it was.
I am so terrible at that game. Like, I don't
Honestly,
even know why I
like-
play it.
I know there's people worse than you, dog. You're good.
I'm sure, but I'm pretty terrible at that game.
We
Makes me so
we
mad.
pulled out pretty quickly. We almost got back up there.
Dude, the
Shit,
Rocket
man.
League, though, is a lot of fun.
When did y'all play Rocket League?
Mark, myself, and Aimright.
Was that
Oh, last night after I got off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
Shit, yeah, it was like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Couldn't
it was
do
late.
that.
Dude, I
It
fucking
was
suck
like,
at Rocket
I had a
League.
great time.
I love
I'm
Rocket
horrible at it.
Me too.
I want to play that more often. I have a couple friends that play almost professional. Like they play for fun, but they go hard.
How many people can you have in a server?
4?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only
uh,
2v2, right?
No,
No,
you can
no.
have up to
4v4.
8 for drop shot.
Yeah, it's 4
No,
versus 4.
8 would be chaos. That's what you would be auto set to because
Yeah.
you can't play 4v4 normal comp. You can do 3v3s and do drop shot and all that shit.
Nice.
Roger that.
You
It's
play
fun.
against each
I'm
other.
down. Like we can link.
So how was your week, Schroeder? We'll start with you, man.
Squad up.
It was pretty good. Pushed a lot of buttons at work this week.
That's the way to do it.
Other than that, I mean, we played some Rocket League. We played some Call of Duty. We did we beat Cuphead this week?
You did.
Yeah, you beat
Yeah.
the devil.
Yeah, we beat
'cause
the
I
devil.
was- I was streaming Fire Pokemon.
And I was in
While
rare
watching
form
you.
that night. If you guys get a chance, check that out. I was going towards the end there when we started when I knew in my soul that I had that shit.
Because that game, it's really weird. It like runs on a pattern, but it also kind of doesn't.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It runs on like this little pattern, but it also feels like it's learning you.
Yeah.
It's real. But when I knew that we had this thing in the bag, it just I started getting real amped. I was
Great
yeah. And then we did it, and oh my goodness gracious.
Then
It's
we
the
played some
ultimate
Halo.
high.
Then we played some
No.
Halo, and I got mad. I hate that game.
No, Halo was first. then
I
Call.
hate Halo.
I'm with
I
you.
hate Halo.
I love
It's just
Halo.
too clunky. They need to optimize it. If they remastered it or something,
Frustrated.
That
it
is
makes
a
me more
10-year-old
frustrated than
game,
not
my
frustrated.
dude.
RE3,
Go play.
right? RE3 make? I mean, come on, they can do
It's
it with
not a
Resident
remake,
Evil.
though. It's a
RE2 was
straight
like-
port.
I know, but they could take a little
100%.
time and make it feel more fluid when you're running down when you're moving and stuff, and make it just. Come on, we live in the future. We're 10 years later. It should feel
They got
good.
another
kids.
week.
I mean,
They
we
got
do
another
live in the
week to help
future.
to help fix things.
Is it in beta or something?
Mm-mm.
Is that why? Like,
No,
what
it's
is why?
4 years.
In 2 weeks.
No, like I personally, I gave them 2 to 3 weeks to fix some things that were wrong with it because it's a game that was never meant to go anywhere besides Xbox. And for the time, the game ran pretty smooth. I do notice clunk because I remember being able to run through Halo Reach on my Xbox 360, no fucking problem, and it was like super smooth.
Mhm.
But like,
Yeah.
it was optimized for the time, not how fast we can move now.
Yeah.
That
it's
is true.
It's a definitely different pace game, but it's a pain in the ass for sure.
Once
And-
ODST comes out, fucking Walker's gonna change his goddamn tone entirely. He's gonna fucking be like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
my god, it's the greatest game ever!"
Yeah, pretty much.
I hope that happens.
Fucker.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything else, Schroeder?
What else did we do this week? Do you guys know?
I don't know. Just gamed.
Battle Royale?
I think that's.
No, we didn't do the battle royale.
Yeah, it was everybody got out of work super late that night.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think that's about it, really. Started working on a painting over there, but other than that, not a whole ton of other things, I suppose.
Good shit. How about you, Mark?
Nothing too crazy. I've honestly have been taking this week off just to play some video games. I spent way too much money at the Steam Winter Sale. Bought a bunch of VR games and realized that my computer's not really up to snuff to play some of them. Like I tried playing Arizona Sunshine.
Ooh,
And I
yeah, that's really
realized-
good.
It's really good. I got stuck on a part. But I don't want to say which one because if you've ever played the game, it's like in the beginning and I still couldn't figure out how to do it.
I've never heard of it. What
Also,
is
my- it's just a VR story based like zombie shooter,
Okay.
like Western style, I guess. It's like in the setting of a desert, and you will pretty much just wake up in a cave with a bunch of shit everywhere that you can interact with. And
Nice. Shit.
pretty neat. Yeah, I've just been picking up a handful of games there. I've been playing BioShock 2 just to get back into it, or just to try it. And then I played Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, I
Yeah,
believe.
you've been-
Yeah, it was $7.
Tabs.
I wanted to pick up that shit, and definitely recommend it if you want like something to waste time, something to melt your computer really quick.
Yeah, did it melt your computer yet?
Not really.
Oh,
It ran a
Give
lot
it
better than Call of
give it
Duty.
time. Give it time.
Not gonna lie. Beyond that, nothing too crazy. Just trying to clean up and get my life together.
How about you, Nathaniel?
For 24 years.
Not too much, honestly. Can you all hear me correctly? I'm kind of far away. There we
Yeah, I
go.
know we can hear you.
So-
You're fine.
No, like not too much. Played some video games with the boys. Played some Call of Duty, Halo. Found a free game called Deceit that I actually like a lot. I don't know if anyone else. had a
Oh
good
yeah,
time.
I
thought it was
forgot about
fun.
that. That was fun.
I think Deceit's a
too
pretty
bad.
fun game. Like if
Yeah,
we
that
all
was a
got like
good
Dead by
time.
Daylight, it'd probably be more fun as well. But like it's a
Fun.
solid game. For anyone who doesn't know what Deceit is, kind of said it
Forgot we
as well.
played
I said
that.
Dead by Daylight. It's
Mother bitch.
it's kind of a murder mystery if you think about it, I guess, because two people, I believe, become the infected, but you all look the same until lights out. And once it blacks out, you're able to evolve if you drink enough blood. And you turn into like this fucking either a Yeti or the experiment, or you also can turn into a werewolf or a vampire, which I kind of want to buy those DLCs because they look cool and they have different powers. You can like you have this like over convincing aura when you're a vampire, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with like vampire lore and shit, but they tend to be pretty smooth and like convincing because they fuck with your mind. But
To make
Yeah.
some evil.
got into a
Talked about this the other night.
semi-philosophical conversation last night, which was interesting to say the least.
We did.
The whole fucking zero-sum game people thing.
Oh yeah.
That was interesting. I don't know. I'm still torn on exactly how I feel about all that, but
I
yeah.
wasn't even listening.
all that you said the entire time was, that's pretty vague. It's all pretty vague. And I'm like, then nothing else from fucking Mark. Just
I
something
don't
to push
talk
people
about
a little bit.
politics. Like that's the one thing I really don't bring up because like I just like to poke holes in how people talk and how logic comes together. So like I don't talk about politics because I piss too many people off.
I don't think we necessarily were talking about politics. I just think we're talking about like the human condition as a whole.
Yeah, but like whenever you start talking about how to fix that sort of thing, then it becomes political.
No, yeah, you get some like
So-
governmental shit and whatnot. I feel it.
I just try not to talk about that unless I have to.
See, I love conversating about that because I like to do the similar thing. But like when I have people who, not necessarily that you're like people that are just overall smarter than me, because obviously there are like I'm not an incredibly intelligent human, but like I know some of my shit. But there are like I know you, if you got into it, Mark, you could. And honestly, Schroeder too could probably articulate shit way better than I can because I think way too quickly to be able to speak like exactly how I want to say things. I'm just not good at like keeping up with my wording. And then I fucking like end up backtracking and losing exactly what I was trying to say because I like it's already fucking gone. But yeah, like it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it at least. I also like to push people's buttons. And I
Well,
like to
you
see how far
guys,
they'll go.
you guys know very well. I used to love to gab all about that stuff. I don't do it very much anymore. It's annoying to me now. It's like I feel like I've talked about everything there is I need to talk about. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Like
I just
wonder if that's just the thing about.
Growing up.
Yeah, did I get bored with it? Do I just forget it? You're not gonna get what I'm trying to say anyways. Is it? What is that? Anybody else
just
experience that? Like I don't talk about conspiracy theories like I used to at all, or don't even look into it anymore because it's just like, bro. If you would have talked to me like a couple years ago, I used to annoy the rest of all these other guys here.
I didn't know
because of how hard I used to go into that shit. And then I don't.
remember hearing the stories of you and Doug talking about conspiracies.
Yo, me and my buddy, I think his name was Matt, literally solved the entire universe and how it was made and just decipher everything. We knew it all. I forgot the next day, but we did for a minute.
like
I remember the general idea.
I can talk to Doug about that shit for hours. Like me and him just go back and forth on how things could work. And like me and him have yet to really disagree on something, which is what I want. I want someone to like push back. Like me and him have just very, very, very similar opinions. And just I want someone who has an opposite opinion so we can articulate and battle back and forth. But like friendly, not like anyone gets mad.
I will have to say that the conversations we have had have always felt very civil with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
Like
we do
me,
have them.
yourself and me, we have different views on the current leader as of
Yep.
now, but it's
And personally, I think even on paper, socialism is a crummy bullshit. Even on paper, and they say, "Oh, it looks perfect it looks good on paper." No, the fuck it doesn't. Any system that
socialism, I
steals
agree.
from you is not a
Communism,
good
on the other
system.
hand, is perfect on paper.
It's not.
Takes the politics class in college
not.
once.
It's still no. It's not. It still takes the idea of if you work harder, it doesn't matter. You can't. Ambition doesn't exist typically in those
That's the
type of.
entire idea, though, is to make.
But in a
people not have
communist
to work
empire,
equally.
it would.
It would.
Yeah,
it's
if
just
you
like-
work harder, the entire community would benefit from your working harder. And that's the point of communism.
It's to kind of push the idea of like
I
perfect
see that.
equality.
Okay, that's a perceptive. Okay, I see what you're saying. It just. Yeah.
I gotcha, and I don't want to get. Too
I
much
feel
into it.
I know what
I
you're
know-
saying, but
I know James and Walker aren't. What the fuck is Walker's trying to break the tension? That ain't gonna work. I was
it's
gonna
two
stop.
different just ways of thinking about stuff.
I was gonna stop Walker,
maybe.
but no, like I know James and Walker don't really fuck with all that. So like I'm not gonna go too far. Into the conversation,
I can't even hear Walker. He muted.
No, he's muted.
I'll put the countdown clock back up.
You're fucking trying to censor me, boy.
I know. Are we supposed to talk about gaming?
We
Yeah,
are.
does anybody want to talk about their week still?
Yeah.
I have a quick
fucking-
question.
Okay,
I have a
Nate's
quick
done.
question.
I can talk to you guys about
I'll wait
Silent
until we're
Hill
done.
for 5
No, what do you have?
hours.
What are you
if
saying, Schroeder?
want.
Go ahead.
I could wait, but just ideas for what game to play next now that
go ahead.
Cuphead's done.
Just to finish up my
Ask
week
him.
real fast.
Probably
I haven't
Pedro.
done it
But yeah,
in a
do your thing. Do your thing.
while.
I know that thought would have disappeared if I didn't get
No,
it out.
I got you. But yeah, other than that, the idea popped up. I think James gave it to Schroeder and myself actually. If my thing will ever decide to let me stream, because it keeps saying failure to connect to internet, but my internet's fine because obviously I'm here. But whatever. Gonna do a run through my friend Pedro, and I think that if Schroeder's down as well, we can do that. We can just have a little back and forth, see who can get there quicker, who can beat
Or
the game.
Who can get the sickest kills?
Ooh.
Trick shots.
You can get the most savage trick shots.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do a double barrel, motherfucking Misty flip,
Oh,
eating a
shit.
cheeseburger,
Fuck.
There you go.
shooting a pan in the air with my toe,
With your toe.
backflip, Matrix
Nate,
slow
there's-
motion.
There's no way you're gonna beat that.
I like
Just
it.
give up now, Nate. Don't even play.
Anything else,
I'll
Nate?
just put my gun under my leg and lift it
Yeah.
above my head and
I like it.
shoot his toe. How's that?
Anything else for your week,
That would
Nate?
spoil my whole plan.
But yeah, not really. Other than that,
Gotta
kind of just
recalibrate.
been got a new PlayStation. Got picked up. Well, didn't pick up, but it came with 3 pretty big games. I'm gonna be picking up an Elgato probably within the next month or a couple weeks, so I can stream good old Last of Us since number 2 is coming out soon. Can get everyone a little
B.
refresher. But
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
playing some God of War. Very confused on who I just killed.
War.
I'm not positive, but yeah, that's that. I had some dude that looked like fucking. Oh, little quick little plug. I made a video for my TikTok, and fucking, I was roasting this character, and because he looks like a fucking tweaked out Conor McGregor, and he's just covered in ruins.
Dude.
Everybody's just turned off like the podcast at that point. I'll say right TikTok.
Everyone,
Like,
went
fuck
off
this
left.
dude.
But yeah, that was kind of my week. I didn't do too much.
So before we go, Schroeder, what was your thing before you forget it? What games you trying to play?
Nope, that sounds probably Pedro. I'll probably play that. That sounds fun.
I'm
The
either-
video
I'm good.
previews for it looks fun.
I'm definitely gonna try that, or
Yeah, I think that's a good
21
one.
Ori.
Mission accomplished.
Yep.
I
What
know
about you,
it.
James?
Shit.
So I had a pretty eventful week. I know you and I, Walker, had pretty eventful weeks. So I watched some things. More specifically, a thing, The Witcher
How'd you like
TV
it?
series
Oh.
on Netflix.
How is it?
It's fantastic. It's really good. Henry Cavill plays a great Geralt to Riviera.
Yeah, they said he's phenomenal with that character.
Yeah, he
Off
plays it
Legolas.
absolutely perfectly. He has such a good monotone voice where he shows no emotion at all
Good.
and just nails the character.
They made like behind the scenes documentaries about him doing that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting really good
Um,
reviews for it. That's good.
The action seems just like out of the game. Very, very fluid. A lot of time went into it. I'm imagining a lot of takes went into it because there's some shots that it's incredible if it happened in one shot. The monster designs are great. It looks just like out of the games. The only
Sorry.
issue I would have with it is that they don't say characters' names. Pretty important character, Siri, who is a huge part of the story. I'm almost done with episode 3. I found out who Siri was, this little girl, that her name was Siri because of the subtitles. I had subtitles on. Other than that, they didn't say her fucking name at all. Now maybe if I played the game,
Are you supposed to know who they are? Like, is that what they're leaving it up to, or are they just kind of leaving it up to mystery?
Probably. No, it's probably they you know who she is.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, like
If
you're
I-
supposed to like decipher from the books of the game, I imagine.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Yeah,
assuming
sure if
people
I did that.
who ever never played or watched them aren't gonna watch this, so that makes sense.
It's very Game of Thronesy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Um,
Siri.
Pretty much. There's a lot of tits, and
Just like the
voluptuous bazongas, as I like to call it.
I like it.
Yeah, a lot of boobs. They swap between a few characters a lot. They swap between Geralt, Ciri, and some bitch who I don't know who it is. She's a witch, she's learning the sorcery spellcraft. So I think it's that character.
Doesn't it start with like an M or some shit?
I think so. I didn't really play much The Witcher, but now I really want to play The Witcher. Episode 2 was kind of all right because the show about The Witcher sure didn't have a lot of The Witcher in it. Maybe Geralt was there for like 15 minutes out of this hour-long show. That's pretty cool. But otherwise, it's fantastic. You all should watch it. It's really good.
Definitely will.
I have too many shows to watch.
Watch this instead. Fuck everything else. Watch this instead. Rise
The
up,
only-
gamer.
The only other semi-interesting thing
No.
Exactly.
I got Disney Plus, so I've been watching The Mandalorian, that's not the Shanding one, but I've also been watching a lot of old school shit, like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Sweet Life on Deck, and also
My
I've been
second
watching.
favorite anime.
I've also been watching good old Hannah Montana again because I fucked with that show hard.
You'd
when I
rather
was growing
watch
up.
Hannah Montana than the Witcher series.
You're
Fuck
goddamn
you.
right. I gotta know how Jackson and Rico fucking figure out how to get wings because
I was literally
chicken
gonna hit
soup.
the share button, but I'm not, I'm not getting shared.
All right, and then Nate's off the podcast now.
Muted.
He is officially banned. Oh, there he goes. He's banned.
Oh, I'm
This is
back.
funny.
No, I will watch The
Christ.
Witcher. I just after
You
I get
do,
through
you.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And Hannah
No,
Montana.
We're not judging.
I'm not
They're
judging that
like
hard.
fucking gargoyles
God.
or Goof Troop.
I've been watching
No,
Ultimate Spider-Man too.
You've been watching Hannah on fucking Tana.
Yep.
Her pre-twerking days.
Oh,
I watched like
pissed
a
off
season,
now.
okay?
I'm actually upset right now.
Did you not watch that when you were a kid?
No.
no.
What the fuck?
No.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck off.
You're all a
It's
little
not a
older than me. It's
program.
not fair.
Now, if it was That's So Raven, that would be a completely different
That's
conversation.
not even that's not even that great.
Or Kim Possible,
Bro.
that's different. Like, don't
I
even
wasn't watching
start
Kim
talking.
Possible too.
But like,
I can't even talk to you guys
Fuck
about
out of
nothing.
here.
I
Hannah
frustrated
Montana is better than That's So Raven.
Make sure you add
the
fucking Lizzie McGuire into that while you're at it.
out of here.
Wizards
All
of the
right.
Holy Place has been my main thing though. For that.
All right, what else have I been doing with my week? I played.
I thought I fucking knew you guys. Like, oh my god.
We're
I am learning so much
about each
tonight.
other.
Oh.
I
God.
hate this. I hate all of you.
I know.
It's so bad. How?
Why are we still doing these?
Why?
I just like stirring the pot.
Motherfucker put a blender in the pot while it's still plugged in.
Yeah.
Just threw it right in.
Starting up that Ninja blender.
Yeah.
Set it on
Foodie.
pulse.
My Blendtec blender.
Threw a Blendtec blender into the foodie.
Pretty much. So what else you did? What else did the James did?
Words.
Look it
Trust me, I know. I have played probably one. Okay, so this may sound weird, but I had probably the most fun in a video game I've had all year. I
That's
played.
weirder than watching
I played a
Hannah
game
Montana.
called. I played a game called Sayonara Wild Hearts,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Kinda.
originally an iOS game for
Heard
Apple Arcade that got ported to pretty much everything. For those who don't know, Nate, I know you played it.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all know what Sayonara Wild Hearts is?
I know I've heard of
No.
it.
A good fucking game.
It's fantastic. It's a endless runner almost. It's a runner game set up in different stages with some quick time events. Seems very basic, right? Very basic bitch. the thing that really makes this unique is the music and the art style.
Mm-hmm.
The music's very synth wavy and very like immersive and cool study beats you can chill/study to.
Gotcha.
The art style is very 1980s neon pop art, and it just looks phenomenal. I sat down and played it for about, I would say, 2 hours before a stream. Beat the fucking thing in one sitting. I had an absolute blast during the entire thing. It's one of those games that I feel like they made just for me, just to pander to me. Because I'm a sucker for all that shit. So, Silent Out Wild Hearts. There's a damn good reason it was nominated for some stuff at the Game Awards. Fire Emblem got a sick crit that saved a run, so that's pretty cool. In Fire Emblem, Pokemon basically at the end almost, but some people are telling me I'm at the end, but other people are telling me no, you're not even close. So I don't even know anymore. I don't
Have you
know who
caught
to
them
believe.
all?
No, I haven't caught them all yet.
That's
No.
probably what they're talking about.
No, even the story, because I just passed Victory Road, and I'm like right there at the doorstep to the semifinals before I can go fight the main boss, the main guy, the main guy.
Words are hard.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm at in this game. It's confusing. I felt like I sped through this. I'm only like 20 hours in, which is pretty decent for a Pokemon. That's about the length of a Pokemon game normally. But now people are telling me, no, you still got like another 10 hours to go, 12 hours to go. And then another person's like, no, you're like right fucking there, dude. Get out of here. I'm like, okay, I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow what happens. You guys might be seeing me next week asking, hey, what the fuck should I play next? I don't know.
I just did that.
Yeah, exactly. I also went and saw a buddy of mine who gave me some presents for Christmas, for Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
And it's very fitting because it's video game related, and one of my favorite video games too. So he got me this tin box that says Umbrella Corporation.
That's cool.
And inside of it has a bunch of fucking T-virus samples in it.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
So I can just go around and be like,
You should
hey,
smell them.
I already tried. The caps don't open. The caps
Dang.
refuse to open. I was hoping they'd be like energy drinks or something, but no.
You gotta syringe that shit and try it out.
Yeah.
They say it makes us stronger, more powerful.
So, I could start just throwing T-viruses at people and infecting them. But what do I do afterwards? The next course of action would be, hey, I gotta go to a police station and hang out there. Oh no. But what about all the keys, all those weird keys to the police station? That's Commissioner Irons put in because he's a fucking crazy man. Well, he has me covered. He bought me all the keys to the Raccoon City Police Department. So now I can
Nice.
open up every single door in the Raccoon City Police Department.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is
And
pretty cool.
they go into a chain for a necklace, but the chain that it came with is way too small for my gigantic neck. So
You just got a strong neck.
I do have a strong neck. It's from all the yelling and screaming.
And the
all the
toad
neighbors.
voicing.
Yes.
Solely
From the
toad
Viking death
voicing.
metal.
Nah, man. It's from the toad voice. It's from the toad voice. Me singing Viking death metal. as
Schroeder
Toad.
knows.
Using the Tibetan throat singing.
Yeah.
But I also purchased on my Switch the Naruto Ultimate Ninja 1, 2, and 3. So me and this fucker above me, Nate, can play it sometime.
Sure. I fucking died. Hell yeah.
But that's my week.
Nice. And then I had a pretty pretty decent week for actually once, not video game related. Got a Costco membership, so that was kind of cool.
Woo!
That was
Ooh, adulting.
a highlight.
Fucking lit.
It's a highlight.
You're
Went-
about to get turned on that Costco. Get
Went
all
to,
them coffins.
The Winter Wonderland,
Get all
the thing that I posted pictures on in the Discord. There actually was snow. That was kind of cool.
But it's synthetic snow, so it doesn't count.
It was bubbles, but it was close. Looked like snow. Everyone
Bubbles,
was piled around it, but it was pretty cool. There was literally streets that had synchronized lights, like a entire like a block of houses. They all had lights that synchronized to music together.
So it's like an Avicii concert.
Yeah, pretty much. If you guys seen the video, I put there was like a water display, like a Vegas thing, where the water like sprayed out and it was synchronized to music. Things like that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was. So that was pretty awesome. And then I watched every Star Wars movie this past week. 1 through 8.
Did you watch Solo and Rogue One?
I watched the last 25 minutes of Rogue One. I skipped the rest of the movie just because it just leads into the last 25 minutes is what leads into A New Hope. That's the only reason why I watched it.
You should have watched
but-
that first.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I
but-
watched 1,
Ja-
2, and 3. I watched the last 25 minutes of Rogue One. Then I watched 4.
Walker,
Doesn't
have you
count.
ever seen Rogue One?
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's a good war movie.
Yeah, I know, but
Definitely an okay movie.
I was running out of time. I only had like 3 days to get in 5 movies, so I only watched the
When do you
first 25. I only watched the last 25 minutes when they actually transmitted the plans to Leia, and then when she ends, what does this mean? It's hope, and her face is moving. Good old
was pretty
CGI.
bad.
So, and then last night at freaking 11:00 p.m. I went and saw
Your
Star
time
Wars.
or our time?
My time, 11 p.m. my time.
Jesus.
Went and seen Star Wars Episode
Jesus.
9, the Rise of Skywalker.
So, without any spoilers, what was your genuine opinion?
That all the critics are wrong, by far. They said the movie was boring. It definitely wasn't boring. They said there was hardly any action. That's 100% wrong. They said there was too much dialogue. Once again, I felt that was wrong. It is rated the worst Star Wars movie in history. It has got a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is tied with The Phantom Menace,
Nice.
which blows my mind that it is rated that bad, and it definitely was not that bad at all.
All right, where would you rate it on all the Star Wars movies?
My ultimate favorite is The Revenge of the Sith. Honestly, I would put this at like 2 or 3. Yeah, I honestly thought it was that good. It honestly was a perfect. Yeah, there was some kind of like open pieces, but not really that many. I would probably put it at 3. I would put Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, and then I would put this.
So, I have a very important question.
Yeah.
Okay. So, obviously, without any spoilers, because it's been out for a day, less than that probably. Well, yeah, it's 11, so yeah, a day. But what is the character development there? Did they actually grow as people? Because
Yeah.
if they didn't, I don't care.
And it, yeah,
Like, is it
one of the
impactfully?
one of the criticisms it was very fast paced because The Last Jedi put a lot of bad taste in people's mouth, and it didn't really do a lot of development. So this movie had to finish all that development and tell the story and complete the saga. And it did it. Yeah, it was rather quick, but they explain every piece of it.
I have a question I'm going to ask you
I-
off stream because I actually
Like
spoiler part of it.
like in the trailers, there's a laugh, and if you haven't seen the trailer, then that's your own fault. It explains what that laugh was.
Okay,
uh,
so without spoiling, once again, sorry, not to keep
No, you're
questioning
good.
because I have genuine questions about this movie because I'm also a big Star Wars person. Is that laugh real? Like, is it
Yeah,
a
100%.
legitimate thing that's still around?
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah,
Okay, now
and
now I'm interested.
That's the very first scene of the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, it's on. I thought it told a very, very, very good story. It completed it phenomenally, and it was a good send off. They honestly could keep going if they honestly truly wanted to. They could keep going. They're not. This is the last story of this saga, but I do not believe the critics. I do not utterly truly believe it should be rated a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I honestly don't know why that it is. So
I have a question.
what's up?
How the fuck would you rate this higher than the best Star Wars movie, Empire Strikes Back?
It's not to
How
me.
the
To me,
fuck?
it's not the best one. It's really
Empire
not.
Strikes Back isn't the best Star Wars movie.
Get the fuck out of here!
And I know
But
that's like a
no.
general consensus among a lot of people that it's the best one, but I
one of the
don't
best
think it's
movies
the
ever
best
made.
one. I really don't.
Debatable.
And I
Well,
really don't
we're
see
gonna
it
have
either.
We're gonna have a shirts off fist fight soon.
I love the reason why I love Revenge of the Sith, the best lightsaber battle out of any of the movies.
100%.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. That last fight scene was phenomenal.
He took the high ground.
Yeah.
Or he didn't take the high ground.
I got the high
Should've
ground.
took the high ground.
Shut up,
Um,
Anakin. I have the high ground.
That was I thought was amazing. I loved Return of the Jedi because it had they like developed Luke Skywalker. He's a Jedi master, made his own lightsaber, all that stuff. And then this one, it had a lot of good scenes in it, a lot of good stuff, a lot of pieces that it other movies questioned. This finally answered. Like the biggest question in the first movie, well, in the second movie too of this saga, that the main character always asked herself, you found out, 100%. And it did it really well. So, but yeah, that was pretty much my week. Yeah,
So I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not gonna be one more. I'm probably gonna ask you much more, but not on the stream per se. But
and it's not long either. It's only 2 hours and 30 minutes.
that's not bad.
Long.
That's not bad comparatively.
Now they honestly could have made it longer, but they didn't.
So like, is it to the point where like everyone's story is actually closed, or do you feel like there are some? Be as honest without like being biased to Star Wars at all. Like, I feel like they probably left loose ends because we only had 3 movies of these characters. There's nowhere
Yeah.
near there's no way that's enough time.
Kylo Ren's yes, Rey's no.
Were you still asking questions like about? Okay, we used to Kylo Ren. Yes. So were you still asking questions about that? Because that would be like the biggest indicator of, they didn't really complete this per se.
No. I thought the way they went with him was perfect. What they did with Rey, and if you watch it, they could keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, they definitely could keep going. There is 50. I just read it today. 50 Easter eggs in this movie that span through an Easter egg from every single movie that was ever made. Which is pretty cool. So, yeah, there is, and then different scenes you'll see it. There is some controversy on this movie already overseas.
Somewhat.
Controversy. Controversy.
Okay, my ears kinda-
Controversy?
Yeah, no, I know the word. I'm just
Um,
Nice.
there is a scene where two women kiss. Disney and Star Wars did not tell this to countries that it is illegal to be gay in.
What the fuck countries is it illegal to be gay in?
Oh,
I
there's a
actually
lot.
don't know.
There's a lot. So the movie aired without them saying this, and it showed two women kissing in the background. It's nothing like if you're not paying attention, you don't see it, but it's there. And
So this is something you have to look for to bitch about.
exactly, and it's
Okay.
being banned. This particular scene is being censored. It's not being deleted out of the movie. It's being blurred and censored in countries that it's illegal to be gay in.
There was
Fucking
another movie
terrible.
they did that in, and I can't remember what it was, but
Yep.
they like certain countries had like clips cut out and whatnot because it
So
didn't
silly.
fit their idea.
Yeah,
Fucking
That's
And they're
so
terrible.
dumb.
pissed at Disney because Disney didn't tell them.
Disney's trying to be more forward. Leave them the
Yeah.
fuck alone.
And the only last thing I'll say about this, there is remember I said earlier about your hat, with the warning if you have seizures, all that stuff. There is a warning at the beginning of Star Wars. If you have seizures, if you're prone to flashing lights, do not watch this movie. I've
I
never
think
seen
that
that.
should be on more movies.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that in a movie before.
I'm
So
surprised that's not on the other ones, actually.
Yeah.
that is a huge thing that should be on the front screen for the It Chapter 2, because there was an entire like 25-minute scene where that was going on, and like my girlfriend couldn't watch it because it kept giving her like a migraine. It's like I definitely think that should be more prominent.
I was actually super surprised. I've never seen that. I was like, "There's a fucking warning at the beginning of this
Mhm.
movie." I was like, "That's kind of cool."
Video
But-
games have been doing that for years, but
Yep.
movies apparently can't.
But yeah, it was great. Like I said, I don't buy the critics. I just don't listen to the critics. Critics in this, I feel they got it wrong, 100%. 100%. I will go to my grave with that. That I feel the critics got it wrong. So, speaking of Star Wars, let's get into some news.
Yeah.
Finally.
Let's do it.
Star Wars #1 box office movie in the world.
Still did shit.
As expected, yeah, but unfortunately, once again, it did very bad. It was the lowest opening of a Star Wars movie in history,
Of course.
at only $176 million United States, compared to the $270 million that The Force Awakens.
The Force
Did.
Awakens did like 170 million on opening night alone.
It reigned supreme, though. Obviously, like I said, it was #1 in the box office. But honestly, The Last Jedi, it really hurt it.
I didn't think that movie was that bad, to tell you the truth.
I didn't either. When I watched other Star Wars movies, I'm like, okay, it's not as horrible. Yeah, there was a lot of like filler when they went to the casino and shit, but we had #1 movie worldwide. Cats also was released. It is the biggest box office flop of the year. It did $5 million.
There are parts of that movie
Oh,
that are
jeez.
not rendered.
Nope.
There are fucking parts of it where people like they're wearing like their orange suits and the fur isn't rendered or the hands aren't rendered.
Yep.
So you just see old man hands.
Yep, and because of that, they actually just sent today a new copy of the movie to every single movie theater in the world because the
What?
movie wasn't done.
That's probably for the
They
best.
sent them the wrong version.
So yeah, today they just had to send every cinema a brand new copy of the movie that changes the graphics of the cats.
I want to see what's in those patch notes.
I only want to watch that for James
The
Corden
book.
alone. That's it.
Yep, yeah, it did $5 million. It is the worst big box office flop of the entire year. For the people that it had in it. James
There were some
Corden, Idris
big
Elba,
name
Taylor
actors.
Swift, Jason Derulo. There was another one who won a bunch of Academy Awards. She was the older lady. Yeah, it did very, 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 very bad. Frozen also this weekend became Disney's third animated movie to reach $1 billion. Zootopia and Frozen 1 are the only other two. I did not know
Zootopia's really good.
that.
Zootopia is so good.
I had to look this up. I'm like, no, fuck. Every Toy Story made over $1 billion. No, they didn't. I did not know that. And because Lion King isn't animated, that doesn't count. So.
I mean, CGI is animation.
Oh, you missed this last week. You weren't here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you did. Fuck.
CGI is fucking animation. Is everyone gonna fight me on this, or does everyone agree?
Really random rant, really quick. Disney played themselves, so they nominated The Lion King for the Golden Globes to be the best picture of the year, and did not want it to be in the category of the best animated movie of the year. The Screen Actors Guild basically called Disney and said, "You're fucking stupid," and nominated it for best animated movie without Disney's permission.
Yeah, Disney's like, it's not animated, it's live action.
So
But
yeah,
everyone's
and
like, it's all CGI.
the Screen
Yeah,
Actors
shut
Guild
up.
just laughed in their faces.
So they're telling me they taught fucking lions and animals to
No,
talk.
no, they're not, because it's all CG. It's all CG though.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And Disney's like, yeah, it's CG, but it's not animated.
They're like, "Is
The
any
fuck
of
do
this
you
part?
think
Is any
CG
part of this movie real?" And we're like, "Well, no, it was all computer generated." And the Screen Actors were like, "Okay, it's an animated movie." Disney was like, "No, it is as live action as Aladdin." Like,
So
If your
they
mistake is,
they effectively shot themselves in the foot.
they did. Yeah, they played themselves.
It's as live action as fucking The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug.
There's part of me that wants to see The Lion King win the Golden Globe for best
That's
animated
animation.
now.
Just the Disney guys go up and be like,
Fuck.
yeah, we won." James,
Yay.
last piece, a couple more pieces of movie news. James Cameron came out and said Avatar 1 will rebeat Avengers Endgame, as he is re-releasing it into movie theaters next year
It's not.
ahead of
gonna
Avatar
watch it.
2.
I'm gonna go see it.
He's putting it back to theaters,
I'm doing
so
my part.
Yeah.
basically so
Oh.
people can remember the movie.
I'll go see it.
I'm
I
gonna
honestly-
do my
Why-
part.
I
Why
don't
would they
think
do that? It's on Disney Plus.
because it has nothing to do with remembering. He just doesn't want Avengers to be number one. I guarantee that's it.
I'm gonna double feature it. I'm going to go watch Fern Gully and then go watch Blue Fern Gully in
Yep.
the theaters to do my part.
So, and he also says Avatar 2 will beat Endgame's opening box office record, and will also beat Endgame's total box office gross.
We'll see.
I hope.
Wow.
I hope.
That's a really big accusation, so we'll see.
Big claims.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn movie, is officially rated R, making it the DC's first rated R movie, which I thought
excuse me?
Suicide Squad is rated R.
No, that's PG-13. But what about Joker?
Is it?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, technically, but they don't count that into like the cinematic like verse of like Batman
It's
and
still
shit.
a DC movie. I'm confused.
Well, they're saying they're considering it DC's first rated R movie, even though technically, yes, Joker was. But I can see where they're saying it's separate because it's different timelines. Jackass the Movie 4 is confirmed today.
I'm excited for that.
Comes out 2021. The Lego Movie is coming out with more movies, but not by Warner Brothers. Their contract expired, and the Lego company did not renew. They renewed with Universal. The Quiet Place 2. Who's seen that?
Mm-mm.
I've heard.
Not
I
the
haven't
second
seen it. I
one.
need to see it.
That's the John
First one.
Krasinski movie, right?
Yeah, where they have the sign language. They basically live in a post-apocalyptic world where if they're loud, these giant monsters come and eat their faces off.
Neat.
They just finished filming. Number 1 was phenomenal. They just finished filming number 2, and it picks up right where number 1 ends off. There is no time gap. You basically just the story right continues, which is kind of cool. Fast and the Furious 9. So for those who who were here last week at the Video Game Awards, Vin Diesel came out.
The Game Awards. The
the
Video
Game
Game
Awards.
Awards is something different.
At the Game Awards, he came
There
out.
we go.
He came out and they talked about Fast and the Furious, the movie, and he had mentioned that he had seen the 4.5-minute trailer for Fast and the Furious 9, and people were thinking that he was playing. He is not. January 30th, they were having a concert in Miami with Ludacris, Dua Lipa, Pitbull to announce the trailer for Fast and Furious 9. And it'll be streamed live on YouTube. So there will be a concert, and at the end of the concert, they will be playing a 4.5-minute trailer for Fast 9.
Guess what? I'm not gonna watch that.
Cool.
Trailer.
I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, they're literally trying to make this like Vin Diesel came out and said this is going to be the spectacle of the year. There's going to be fireworks. There's going to be celebrities. It's going to be huge.
The only possible logical idea I can have for that is the fact that all the artists, all right, all the artists that are going to be playing that show probably have some form of new hit song inside of them.
Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth will also be there, which I'm guessing they'll be doing
See You Again.
See You Again. Yeah, a concert and the trailer drop with the cast of Fast 9. Oh, it's called F9, by the way, is the official title.
What a fucking dumb name.
Yeah, the official title is F9.
Fucking 9.
But yeah, so that's some movie news. Let's get into some game news. James, you want to start, or Mark, whoever? I know you don't have very much, James.
I mean, I could talk about my 2 gaming things.
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
Like. All right. So we've talked about this company a few times on the podcast. Tencent. They're the Chinese company that owns part of Blizzard and basically does everything in China, all the gaming stuff. So this month, Tencent, this is from GameIndustry.biz, they soft launched a service called Tencent Start, which is a cloud gaming service in China with a few PC games. So, Blade and Soul, Path of Exile, Fortnite, and NBA 2K Online 2 are part of the beta test. So, let's see if Tencent can do a better job than Google. Speaking of doing a better job or trying to do a better job than another company, Sony is going to try to make an Xbox Elite controller for
There
the
they are.
PlayStation 4.
Yay.
But it's not an actual controller. It's an attachment for your existing controller. And oh my god, the Verge is shitting all over my computer. There we go. So they're adding something called the back button attachment. Pretty much it adds paddles to the back of your PlayStation 4 controller, plugs right into the headphone jack, and you can customize it to do different things. The weird thing about it is it has a full OLED display on it to help you adjust the different things to map them as different buttons. But that OLED display faces backwards. So you can't look at the display while you're actually using the controller. So if I grab my handy dandy DualShock 4, the display is right back here in the back of the unit. Not in the front where it would make sense. So if I was playing my video game and I'm and if I want to switch games, I have to turn around my controller, boop, 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 and then I'm good. It's stupid.
So I
It's dumb
definitely
bullshit.
agree, but I feel like it's gonna be the kind of thing that seems like a bigger annoyance than it's going to be.
You have this big ass round thing in the middle of your controller.
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem that bad. I don't
How
know.
quick does it attach and detach?
Just plug it in. Same
Headset.
as a headset.
Maybe that's the idea. Like, all right, I'm done with this game. Flip, click, click, boom, back to gaming. Maybe that's the
I don't know.
idea. I don't know.
Because I guess in theory
Weird.
they would want you to keep it plugged in at all times.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to
it has
know
a-
how badly this is going to kill the controller's.
Say, wouldn't
battery.
that OLED display destroy the controller's battery?
Yeah, because I'm assuming it's small. It's probably just going to leech power off of the controller, which the PS4 controller doesn't have the best battery life.
Still better
And
than
the
a. Yeah, no, yeah, you're
It is
right.
an
I'm going to
OLED
come out and
though.
say it.
No, they're pretty bad. Especially
It's
the
not
older
great.
they get.
Why don't they just take the fucking C4, the C4,
Exactly.
remake it in a
Nut.
PlayStation version?
Nut. Yeah,
It
that's my
doesn't make
news.
any sense.
That's
Uh,
my news.
I got some lists, but we'll do later. I got some Christmas lists for Christmas. Yay!
I have to get my hat out later.
We'll do my Star Wars. Actually, we'll start with that here really quick. The best, the worst, and the wildest Star Wars games of all time.
All right,
best
so we're just
game.
gonna go over my list. We're just gonna fucking get rid of it.
Don't you have a different one though?
I do.
That's what I thought. I thought you had a different one. That's not the same thing. There's the best game, Star Wars: Knight of the Old Republic.
Haven't played KOTOR. Here's fantastic.
The worst game, Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, the Nintendo game.
Oh, the Nintendo one. Like NES or like
Yeah.
Atari? Okay.
Yeah, the NES. And
Is it
these
the one
aren't
with
any
Darth-
particular order, by the way. These are just like people are saying this is the worst, this is the best.
the
The
one with
weirdest
Darth
game,
Vader turns
Connect
into-
Star Wars.
Yeah, I wanted the special edition to connect just for that game. The special edition 360.
And actually, I think that's it.
Nice.
I'm surprised SWTOR isn't on there because SWTOR.
I put too many hours into this.
Yeah.
SWTOR.
So that was
Me too.
that list. I didn't realize how short it was, and I didn't actually
I was
read
playing that game when it was still pay to play.
Me too. I got that on launch day.
Yeah, same.
it. Do you want to do
I
your
still have the
Star
key.
Wars list, James? Do you want to wait?
Yeah, I guess I could do it since we're talking about Star Wars already.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of people are shitting all over The Last Jedi. Probably rightfully so. It's probably a trash movie.
The Last
but
Jedi,
yeah.
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh no, this is.
Last Jedi was the second one.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, this was. Why the fuck is it called that? Anyway, I don't care. Last Jedi got a lot of shit because it was not that great of a movie. But here are games that are worse than the Last Jedi movie. This is from the gamer. Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign, the new one. That wasn't great. It was kind of
Agreed.
garbage.
That was awful.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. It says Shadows of the Empire. That game was great. Get out of my house. Star Wars Rebel Assault for old 1990s PC. And that's it.
I'm
Great.
surprised. I'm
Good list.
surprised that due to difficulty, like, because a lot of people hated Bounty Hunter because of the difficulty. So I'm surprised that wasn't on there.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass too.
Game's fun though.
Mark, do you have that PDF thing that I did?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start with Apple. So really quick on my Apple end,
Apele.
Apple Arcade is releasing an annual subscription option instead of the $5 a month. You can prepay $50 a year, save 20. What is that? $10, something like that. So yeah, it's a $50 a year option instead of the $5 a month option that they are doing now, which is nice. Go ahead, Mark.
That's pretty killer. Apple's been working on the idea of possibly sending data directly from Apple to satellites and then to your phone, circumventing the mobile carrier completely.
That's cool.
That's dope.
So they, according to Bloomberg, they supposedly have a secret team working on satellite technology for iPhones that can either use satellites or beam satellite data to satellites and then back to your phones.
I like the idea of a secret team in an underground bunker working on this
Working on
technology.
satellite technology.
Like, you have to have level 5 clearance to get into that building.
right.
Yeah.
And even then, it still need to know.
The secret Apple donut.
The secret Apple donut.
There's like 3 people that know about it, and then Tim Cook. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be hilarious.
You gotta know Wozniak knows what the fuck's going on.
I don't know. Does he anymore at this
The
point?
Woz.
I
honestly
don't
doesn't think
believe
he
he's
has
really a
a-
part of it.
Yeah, I don't think he
Yeah.
has a say in anything. He just has a fucking shit ton of stock and is set for life.
Oh yeah, he's one of the highest. Be wrong.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually has anything to do with the company anymore. Like, say wise.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe
Well, I
he's-
mean, if he owns a lot of stock, he's probably on the board. So then
Mhm.
he does have a say, a pretty big say.
I just don't know if he cares, more or less, at this point. It's like I did my due diligence.
I made this fucking company and I got rid of it.
Microsoft. I'm gonna skip the Sony and the top Microsoft thing. Microsoft Halo Reach collection. It is being linked to Nintendo Switch. I don't know if you guys remember a couple months ago when we talked about xCloud, how they were saying how you'll soon be able to stream xCloud directly to Nintendo Switches on release.
Gonna give it to you.
It has been now talked and rumored that when that is available, the Halo Reach Master Chief Collection will be available to stream to your Switch on xCloud.
That's wild.
That is
So-
pretty
It's
crazy.
indeed going to give it to you.
Hopefully it'll run better than the Overwatch port on Switch.
And there's still no mention of that being an option to the PS4 for xCloud, which I don't think it ever will be. So,
I could see. No, never mind. I lied. JK. Shut. I'm a fucking idiot. I was gonna say I could see PlayStation Now going to the Switch, but no, two Japanese companies working together. Nah.
Oh shit. Wozniak's considered a lifetime Apple employee.
Nice.
Sorry, not to like backtrack, but I just thought that was interesting.
yeah, that's true. He did a video with God, what the fuck's his name? Steve-O. And Steve Wozniak let Steve-O use his 10% off card to get 10% off a Mac at an Apple store. Him and
Yeah.
He only gets 10% off.
yeah, it's only 10%.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. He's like, I'll let you
Yeah.
my employee discount.
If he really wanted to, he could probably just be like, "Yo, Cook, give me the new iPhone." He's like, "I was."
Yeah, so they go in. It's funny. So they go to a dude. The guy that's there helping Steve Wozniak and Steve-O doesn't even look like he knows who either one of these two are. The guy, he's sitting talking to him, and Steve was like, "Yeah, I think this is the MacBook you want, Steve-O." And then Steve Wozniak calls over one of the employees. They're talking to him. "Yeah, this is what we want." And the guy was like, "Okay, cool." Just like nonchalant, just like an everyday Best Buy employee. He's like, "Okay, here you go. I'm gonna ring you guys out." He had no emotions on his face, like he wasn't freaking out. Like I just got the feeling he had no idea who those two were that he was talking
Probably
to.
not. Either that or it was staged. One of the two.
Yeah, either one. Go ahead, Mark, if you want to talk about your cool thing.
Yeah, sure.
Stadia.
So Stadia acquired a new developer. Back in 2017, Far Cry 4 director Alex Hutchinson left Ubisoft to launch a new indie developer called Typhoon Studios, which they went to work on a new adventure game called Journey to Savage Planet. On the 20th, the 19th, whenever this was released by PC Gamer, he returned back to embrace good old corporate ownership by being a part of Google's Stadia Games and Entertainment division. So they're bringing up their entire 26-person studio to join Stadia.
It's the studio because it's
So-
stupid.
Yeah, they're getting another developer, buying out another one to build up their medium, hopefully, their platform.
I honestly wonder what those numbers are and how it's doing.
Probably
Well,
terrible.
let's find out.
Someone wants to look
Alright.
that up.
I got you.
All right, here we go. If we, guys, hit 700 downloads by the end of the year, I'll buy a fucking Stadia.
Make it happen, guys. You heard it here first. We need 14 more downloads for the podcast. I don't know if you realized that before he said it. But
Fuck. I'm gonna be buying a Stadia.
What's going on with Resident Evil?
Resident Evil 3 pre-orders 25% off on Steam right now for the PC only.
Do it. Buy
So
it.
if you are interested
Pre-order it.
in buying Resident Evil
3
3,
is good.
now is the time.
Resident Evil 3 is good. Buy it.
The fuck is the claw mount?
It's a mount for your their controller, so you can mount your phone to it.
Go ahead, Mark. Got some Facebook.
Speaking of shitty streaming services, Facebook acquired PlayGiga, which is its own cloud streaming service startup
Nice.
that works primarily out of Spain, Italy, Argentina, and Chile. But Facebook announced that they had an acquisition deal with them for around $70 million. So we might see a streaming service from Facebook within the next year or two for games, or
Yay.
maybe later. Who the fuck knows?
Or
But-
not, or never.
Everyone's trying to get into that game, man. Remember Walmart was talking about it and they stopped. Amazon was talking about doing their own outside of Twitch. So we'll see if that actually happens.
Why do companies feel the need to fight themselves? We need to talk about that real quick. Like, I don't understand.
Money.
Like, Disney is doing it. Like, I
Money.
get that. It doesn't make sense. So at face value, money, yes, makes sense. But like, you're gonna end up pulling people off of one platform to go to the other. Eventually, one of those is gonna die, and you're gonna be back at square one.
Yeah, but
It doesn't
Everybody's
make
gonna be
some
buying cable
possibility.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get
then there's-
cable.
Yeah. But there's the possibility that you can make the next Netflix.
Yep.
They have Amazon Prime.
But
Hey,
there's
a
chance
million-
you can make the next Netflix.
What if it was Nate Prime?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's been said since
Gibby to stream.
I read the other day that it's been said that 1 million people have ended their subscription to go to Disney Plus. So that's something. So, not that that hurts Netflix at all, but
It doesn't.
Well, still watch The Witcher.
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
can't watch the Witcher series.
Exactly.
Sucks.
I feel like doing that doesn't. I feel like not enough people maybe know about the bundle edition, the bundle thing you can do, and you can just pay for the full price, not the full price, but like $12 version of Hulu and get not Netflix, but Disney and ESPN Plus for free. Like, I don't think people are putting that together. It's $12.99 for all three of them, or $12.99 for no ads on Hulu. Like,
I want to know the
what's the
percentage
real-
of
what's the deal?
I want to know the percentage of people who have it for free through Verizon. They haven't released those numbers.
They probably never will.
I don't think they will
Half
either.
half of my family does.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll see. Hopefully Facebook. They're getting hard. They're going hard on the gaming, so like they signed their own exclusive Twitch streamer last month. Facebook gaming, so we'll see. They always make bold claims that they're the largest social media in the world, that there is what they say 1 billion people plus have a Facebook or something like that. Worldwide,
I'd
that
say more. Way more than a billion.
it's whatever it is, it's unprecedented how many people have a Facebook worldwide, so you have all that potential of somebody seeing one of your videos on Facebook. So, but hopefully, but we'll see. Some other news, Redbox, I know James got some stuff on it. Like we announced, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Redbox announced they are no longer selling games through their thing, but they are selling the games that they already owned at a discounted price, and they're actually pretty cheap.
Very cheap. So games like, if you're lucky enough to find one near you,
Yeah.
games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, if you don't mind not having a case, is $25. Or the incredible Death Stranding, again, minus the case, is $25. Or if you're like me and want to go pick up Yoshi's Crafted World, so you go all the way to the other side of the fucking state to pick it up, only for it to be sold out because you're an idiot and decide to go to Sheets first to get some food and make a completely wasted trip, only to go back to the other side of the state, and then pick
In
up
the
Sonic
middle of the
Racing.
snow.
Then you pick up Sonic Racing instead at your local Redbox. You can get Yoshi's Crafted World for $18. I'm still fucking tilted like the towers. Because
Oh,
of that.
that's so good.
Hey, where did you guys say Resident Evil was on sale?
Should be Steam.
Okay.
Let me make sure.
Amrite's saying he doesn't think it is anymore.
Might not be.
The article is on the 19th, so
Oh, Jason.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be anything now.
Let's see what we got here. It's
like
on
how-
sale at Green Man Gaming.
Ooh.
Green Man's tight.
Greenmangaming.com. It's only you have to use the promo code 25RE3.
RE3 make. Get it. Fucking play 3 make.
So yeah, if
I'm
anyone's
probably gonna
watching,
buy-
they're looking at it. It's greenmangaming.com,
It-
and it's
They're doing a winter
25
sale too.
RE3.
All right, okay, guys. Let's take a bet now. Let's do some betting real quick. What's the percentage chance of me buying RE3 make twice again?
I'm gonna say
RE2.
super high.
70%.
70%?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna say yes. I would agree 70, 75.
70, 75. Okay. Mark, Jeff, what are you guys betting?
Probably about the same.
I want to
Okay.
say 60 because I believe in you.
No, you don't. I bought Resident Evil 2 twice because I didn't want to wait like another 8 hours to go to Best Buy and pick up the Steelbook edition. I had to go to GameStop in the mall, pick up the deluxe edition, which was $70 fucking dollars,
Oof.
all because I wanted it 8 hours early. I'm saying 100%.
Yeah, I can
guys are gonna
see
It's
it. But
going
we'll
to
hope.
happen.
You guys are going to get a text in the group text, and it's just gonna be me. It's like, yeah, fucking bought Resident Evil 3 twice again.
Wow, I've never been to greenmangaming.com, but there's a lot of good sales right now.
Green Man Gaming is like the less shady G2A because it's legit.
It's like
Destiny
good old
2
games.
is 50% off.
Destiny 2's free.
I
Well, the
imagine it's like the
expansion.
DLC.
Yeah. Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls VR is 75% off.
That's how I got GTA 5 was Green Man Gaming.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, Green Man Gaming 25 RE3 is where it is currently on sale at. No longer Steam. And a couple other random things. Oh, you go next, Mark. We want from Redbox.
Mine isn't about Redbox, but it's about video games, I guess.
Well,
So,
that's what I meant.
so a popular website known as Nexus Mods, which is used to distribute mods for her community-created mods across other users, experienced a data breach in November. They announced on the 19th that they experienced a data breach. They took all the things to prevent it afterwards, and they thought at this point that's whenever they should tell their community. It was happened because of a potentially malicious third-party actor that was able to gain access to a small number of user records, including email addresses, passwords, salt, and hashes. So that's not good. Another data breach.
And they
Also
waited
speaking-
until after they fixed it to tell people.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was pretty quick, like a month. Honestly, most companies usually wait like 3 or 4 months or like a year or something before they even bring it up, because they're trying to keep it underground before they get sued or some shit.
You keep going. You get the next 5 years.
Yep. Looks like Rainbow Six Siege's core dev team is moving on to bigger and better projects. The developer at Rainbow Six Siege at Ubisoft, Xavier Marquise, the creative director, announced that today we're prepared new developers, new peoples, and new teams to embrace the new projects they're going to be working on. And we're going to be expanding the game universes. So if you look at player experiences, we need to stop thinking of exclusive features and start implementing inclusive features instead, and create content that's able to deliver and impact every player in the whole community. So
It smells like crossplay.
Well, they want to do crossplay with all their games.
I'd hope so.
I'd love to be able to play Siege on crossplay. I wouldn't want to
Now
play
that
against
there's
PC
the
gamers,
ability
though.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that there's the ability to do it, hopefully they'll be able to make some pretty killer games in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Also this week, Boeing decided they wanted to release a test satellite up to the International Space Station, calling the Boeing Orbital Flight Test, or the OFT. So it was launched on 6:36 a.m. in Cape Canaveral. But the fun part about it is they launched it they had an issue with one of the clocks inside of it. So it completely missed it and got into the wrong orbit.
Nice.
Hey, where'd the space shuttle go? I don't know.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's going around like it's in a good orbit, but it's never going to meet with the International Space Station.
Oops.
Doing exactly what it's kind of supposed to do.
That's hilarious.
Looks like Facebook also had another data breach this week with
Great.
more than 267 million Facebook user IDs, phone numbers, and names were exposed on the web for anybody to access without a password or any other authentication.
That's fun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good job.
I'm
Facebook.
not
That's where my
interested in
robocalls have been
that.
coming from.
Probably.
You guys hear the creator of Fortnite is bought a whole damn forest?
What?
Yeah, they were gonna cut it down, so he bought the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortnite creators buying entire forests to prevent them from chopping it down.
It's like the guy. It's like the guys from Cards Against Humanity bought a huge piece of land along the border of Texas to prevent a wall being built on it.
That's awesome. My last piece of news is that Honda is making or reinventing the steering wheel. So they're in
They're
their
literally
new,
reinventing the wheel.
pretty much, in their new prototype vehicles at CES 2020 next month. They're supposedly
That is.
bringing in a concept vehicle with over 8 modes from semi-autonomous to fully autonomous operation, allowing users to choose whether to control their vehicle or to leave it up to the self-driving system.
Huh.
So there's going to be a whole spectrum between supposedly level 1 to level 5 autonomy with driving. And
I just want autonomous vehicles already.
me too. I don't want. I want the whole hive mind. Like I just want to sit in my car, tell it to go, and like just sit there and text, and like just let it do its thing. Like, why am I living in the age where I have to drive?
Exactly. Fuck driving.
Well, we're
Okay,
never
so-
gonna get flying cars until they figure out how to get this self-driving thing sorted out.
Like, what if all the
But we have planes.
what if all of the
Self-driving cars, though.
cars were a part of a
Just
like a hive mind? And they all talked to
merge.
each other, so we never had stoplights. So they just kept moving because they always knew where each other were.
Yeah.
It's just, why can't we do that?
Do we want to be in Wally Land already,
Or what?
where everyone's like 1,000 pounds? I feel like that's where we're gonna be heading.
That's not. No, the only reason people resort to that in the first place is because they want to escape going to work.
I'm not.
Escape.
I'm not talking about like
Everything being that
going
way. Just
everywhere.
car.
I just don't want
cars.
to drive.
That's the
I'll-
stepping stone, though.
Let it be. I want flying cars. God damn it!
You just want
We
moving
already
chairs
have
that'll
the
take you
ability-
everywhere.
yeah.
Then
When needed. Yes. When necessary.
wanna-
Not when I go
wanna
running.
Walk to McDonald's. I'm gonna have my chair take me there.
Well,
I'm gonna
no,
take my
you don't even need
hoverboard.
to do that because you can
Yeah.
just DoorDash it.
Yeah, we're already doing that. You don't even have to leave.
Yep. Exactly.
Fucking Giant Eagle curbside to go.
I have my groceries delivered to me when I go
hate
food
it.
shopping.
We're gonna be living in a world of perpetual laziness. It's gonna
shopping.
fucking suck.
No,
one's
it's
gonna
legit
talk
when
to
I need
each
like
other.
like
No one's
bread,
gonna
milk,
interact.
shit. I fucking have it. I have that shit delivered.
Video
Um,
games are gonna become the oasis, and
They already are.
2 breaking news pieces.
Uh-oh,
news.
breaking news.
Breaking news.
World premiere.
World
premiere. The Google Stadia has just released an update, and it now has
Does
achievements.
it work? Oh fuck!
Oh, they also pushed out an update I know this week to allow you to use your Stadia on any Chromecast Ultra device.
Yes.
Hey,
But if you're trying to play it on your phone, you have to wait. It's
Might-
not available for your phone yet.
it might melt your Chromecast. Though.
Just take it apart. It's fine.
yeah, just
like
take
that,
it apart. And
it's
attach
literally
your
their
heatsets, it's
instructions.
fine.
Like,
As of now,
No, and also, you know, are you able to buy games without a fucking Pixel phone yet?
it does not say.
I don't think
'Cause
so.
You still need a Pixel phone to buy fucking games.
Yeah, all it says is, as of right now, achievements are available. They are live for Chrome browser and Chromecast users only. If you are using the mobile app or playing it on your phone, you have to wait until mid 2020. So just a heads up, that was just released.
Yay!
So they have achievements. So yay!
Stadia's killing it.
It's a system that
put it
is.
together.
It almost looks like Steam's achievement system. Is what it is.
Oh, that's fun.
And lastly, a second news going back to Resident Evil 3
premiere.
World premiere.
Some more news coming out. It has just been released that RE3 remake will be more action-packed than number 2, and it also will feature some major changes to the game. The game is codenamed Escape during development, which was kind of cool. It says, where are we at here? Looks to change. Carlos looks
hot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Carlos is fucking hot now.
Carlos's look has changed for this remake. Apparently, his demeanor is completely different as well. He is more mature. Brad Vickers has changed even more. He will have a different role in this game, but no one is ready to talk about what their roles and differences
Instead of him
are.
just getting got by Nemesis.
Yep. So yeah, it'll be Jill Valentine's outfit has been redesigned, as well as the action in this game will be significantly more than RE2. So that was just released by the creators of this game.
So James, how do you feel? I'm curious.
They changed the
I'm
characters,
angry.
they changed the demeanor, the demeanors, they changed
characters
the
are
outfits.
fine. That stuff is fine. I'm just skeptical about the action because I don't want to see Resident Evil 6 Part 2, motherfuckers.
Yeah, they said it'd be
I wanna
more
see
action-packed.
that. Get that out of here. Resident Evil 2 is perfect. Just make Resident Evil 2, but you just slap Jill Valentine in there. Just slap her in there. And Carlos.
I guess we're gonna. I want to bring something up about old news, I suppose. What exactly was wrong with 6? I never really played the Resident Evil series. I mind
There's
you, but
3 people's
Okay.
stories, and it's
All
just
right.
fucking awful.
Okay, all right. Strap in.
What made it a
Are we gonna
legitimately
strap
bad
in?
game?
Are we going to strap in right now?
Hang on,
Strap
hang on.
in.
Let's buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go on a bumpy ride. All right, so what part do you want to know about first? Do you want to
Like,
know about
what
Chris
was bad
Red-
about combat?
Do you want to know about
Okay.
everything wrong with Gears of Evil?
Okay. Yeah.
Shitty RE2 or QuickTime Events the game? Which one do you want to learn about?
Gears of Evil.
All right, so
sounds-
Chris's campaign was just Gears of War but Resident Evil. Like not even fucking joking. They had a
Okay.
giant monster that had turrets on the back of it that you had to fight.
Okay. So
And it
what
was a
about
cover-based shooter. That's not
QuickTime
Resident
Events
Evil.
the game?
QuickTime Events the game. It's self-explanatory. It's another one of the Weskers. It's Jake Wesker. Oh,
Okay.
I gotta go find Albert. Oh, Sherry Birkin, help me. I'm uninteresting. I'm not a real character. I'm gonna punch everything in my face in the way.
So it's a God of War game, but terrible.
No, God of War at least doesn't always have QuickTime.
Yeah,
Events.
that's true. I just fought someone consistently. Yeah, that's fair. And then what
You're
about
not
the
gonna-
other one that you were saying? I don't remember what your terminology
Shitty Resident
was.
Evil 2. It was alright.
Yeah.
It's
It was
great.
alright.
It's Leon. So one of the big things that really pissed me off about Resident Evil 6 was Leon's story. And not necessarily the story, because that's actually pretty trash. Anyway, that's a whole nother can of worms. Oh man, the president's dead. What am I gonna do? Where's Ashley? Oh, I don't care about her. Fuck her. It was, well, I mean, you all know about my personal vendetta against Resident Evil 6. I didn't even play Ada's storyline, which is unlocked afterwards. One of the things that they really hyped up, and Gears of War 5 did this too, was the big showdown. You guys remember all the promotional material for Halo 5, right? Where
Yeah.
it's Master Chief and Locke. They're gonna face off against each other. Resident Evil 6 did that first. All the promotional material was like, Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, pointing guns at each other. They're gonna fight. And all it was a fucking stupid cutscene where Chris points a gun at Leon, and he's like, Leon, give up Ada. And Leon's like, no, I'm going to point my gun at you, Chris, because I want to stick my PP in her butthole. And then they're like, where's Ada? Oh, I don't know. She must have disappeared somewhere. Let's go find her, best bud. Yeah, best bud. Let's go fucking find her. Congratulations. That's Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I played 5 minutes of the game and I couldn't play it anymore.
Resident Evil 5 is a good action game, terrible Resident Evil game.
I love 5. I like
Resident
5
Evil
though. I like the 2-player option. That was cool.
Yeah, Resident Evil 5 was a terrible Resident Evil game, but a good video game.
Yeah.
The
Resident
only
Evil 6
Resident
is just a bad video game.
The only Resident Evil game I ever actually sat down and played was Operation Raccoon City.
Oh my god!
That's the only one I've sat down and played through.
It's like mine's
I
will play
just-
the Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii.
I just broke James. I legitimately broke James.
The Umbrella Chronicles that plays through the whole stories, but you literally just stand there and aim the controller and shoot.
That's
I-
a better game than Operation Raccoon's shitty. Orc. Orc. Fuck Operation Raccoon City. That's not a video game. And nor is Umbrella Corps. Neither of those are video games. They're fucking mistakes of mankind. They should have been banned in the Geneva Convention. They're atrocities.
Oh,
I like it.
Play an actual Resident Evil game.
Which
Literally
one should I play?
any.
You
Li-
hag.
I would rather have you play Resident Evil 6 than Orc.
Okay.
I would rather have you. That is a much more enjoyable game.
That may have been the reason I never decided to branch out and play others. Because
That's a fucking good reason. 'Cause if you think all the other ones are like that, boy, howdy, you're in for a bad time.
so the only other thing I've ever played is I think it may have been 5 because you were in this desert-ish looking area and you were caged in all around and it was 2-player. You were playing as a girl and a blonde dude. I think Chris.
Yeah, that's
Mind you,
5.
I'm not super familiar on.
If you're playing with a
Resident
girl
Evil.
and a guy, that's 5.
Well, I
Okay.
don't know, because you do that
Well, you do that in 4
every
too.
single one in 6.
Well,
It
4.
was 2-player though.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 players was only 5.
No,
Okay.
6 is co-op as well.
Yeah, but it's not as good. Yeah, 5. I like the 2-player option in 5 was awesome.
It looked like I was in a small concentration camp. That's all I remember.
Okay, that could be 5.
Yeah,
That's probably
Okay.
5.
yeah 5 was good.
Play any other Resident Evil, you coward.
I mean, I'm down. I just don't know what to do. I've never really been into zombies or anything. When I found out it was not necessarily zombies anymore after it hit the T virus stuff, I was semi interested. And then I watched the movies, and I'm like, well, this isn't interesting.
Which
Well,
movies?
you can't compare the movies to the games.
The Mila Jovovich movies?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here! Those
I'm
aren't
sorry.
Resident Evil movies.
The only one that was good was
You
1.
have every experience you've had with Resident Evil has been terrible. Which copy of Resident Evil 4 do you want to borrow? Do you want me to just give you my PS3 so you can play every single one? Do you want me to give you the GameCube version? Do you want me to just give you the PS4 version?
They're actually all on sale on greenman.com. You can play Resident Evil 1 HD for $6, Resident Evil 4 for $4, Resident Evil 5 for $6. Eh.
I'm down for whatever. The only is the dude hitting the Jeffrey and then the fucking tanker exploding. That's the only thing I remember vividly from those movies. Everything else is kind of a blur.
The only good Resident Evil is Resident Evil 1. Because they showed a glimpse of the fucking mansion, and that was it.
Wait,
You look confused, James.
What?
In the Resident Evil 1 movie, yeah, they talk about the mansion, but they don't actually,
Exactly. It has nothing to do with Resident Evil.
no, I know what I'm saying,
It's
but
a generic zombie movie.
Yeah, all I remember is the Jeffrey getting hit, the zombies running towards the tanker exploding.
Next, you're gonna say, yeah, the Silent Hill movie wasn't bad.
I don't think
number
I ever
1
actually
wasn't
watched
bad.
Get the fuck out of my goddamn.
It wasn't
server.
amazing.
Get
but
the
that-
fuck
when that
out
shit-
of my goddamn.
When that shit came out, though, that shit scared the fuck out of me when all of a sudden you heard the...
Yeah, you
fucking
know
siren.
what? Yeah, it scared the fuck out of me because it was so bad. I already played through every Silent Hill game when that fucking movie came out.
Yep.
And
that
they're
was-
immensely better.
Yeah, that siren note just always like scared the fuck out of me. And all of a sudden, everything started turning to ash, and then
Yeah, try
fucking-
doing that in like a game where it's actually good.
fucking what's his name? The dude with the giant sword.
He doesn't belong there. He doesn't. He's the manifestation of James Sutherland.
Yeah, but he's a scary character. That's why he's there.
He's a scary character, but he doesn't fucking work in there.
What's his name?
Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head. That's what it is.
Well, no, he's not Pyramid Head in that one.
No.
He's something else. His name's something different. Same with fucking Homecoming.
I love it. Changing gears a little bit. Let's get a little festive, shall we, gentlemen? I got some Christmas lists.
Christmas lists.
I do. First we'll start with the best holiday themed video games to play this Christmas. Should have done this like beginning of December, but you still got 2 days. First, Super Mario Odyssey Snow Kingdom. The latest and greatest Super Mario game is packed with diverse locals to explore, including a sunny beach, hot deserts, but one of the worlds is the Snow Kingdom. It is decked with Christmas flair. Overwatch, the Winter Wonderland. It's currently going on. It is their pack where they release Christmas outfits. Hey, that's what it says. You're not talking, Mark. You're muted.
Balls. Most of their maps are winterized as well, so you'll be playing Christmas themed maps pretty much all the time if you play now.
Destiny 2, The Dawning. It is their holiday. They celebrate the holidays every year with The Dawning. It's the same concept. They deck their maps out with holiday-themed shit. Dead Rising 4. It takes place in a Christmas setting, I guess, which I did not know.
Dead Rising 4 isn't good.
It adds candy cane
Don't play
crossbows, explosive Santa traps, and plenty more holiday weaponry for you to keep those sleigh bells a ringing.
Weaponry.
Weaponry, whatever. Shut up. Hitman 2 Holiday Hoarders. It's like a Home Alone version of Hitman. You can dress like Santa Claus. That's kind of cool. Some mobile games. The Escapists, Santa Sweatshop, and Santa's Shakedown.
That sounds horrible.
The
Santa's
Escapists,
sweatshop.
if you haven't never seen The Escapists, it's just like an animated, top-down.
Pixel already kind of escape from prison.
Exactly. Christmas Nights.
Nights into Dreams is good. Play
Yep.
it.
Is the special version of the Sega classic Nights into Dreams. Custom Quest. Grubbins on Ice. I've never played Costume Quest, so I can't really say. It's one of the best games to play during Halloween, but it's also one of the best to play for festive Christmas Day. Batman Arkham Origins. It does take place on Christmas Eve and goes into Christmas Day. Merry Gear Solid Secret Santa. It's part Metal Gear Solid, part Christmas Adventure. It is a fun way to spend a little time laughing at this dumb video game with its jokes, snickering as you sneak past kids on the naughty list. So that's kind of cool. Saints Row 4, How the Saints Save Christmas. It's a DLC where you save Christmas as Santa Claus. Duke Nuclear Winter. It is an expansion, a winter expansion of Duke Nukem 3D.
Neat.
And
Play
then
Yakuza.
this are
This game.
the top festive games to play during Christmas, like their actual Christmas games. Number 10, Days Before Christmas, DAZE Before Christmas. It is 1994. It is a side-scrolling journey. where you follow Santa on a 24-day journey to recover some items that have been stolen by an evil snowman.
Michael Keaton.
I was hoping it was going to be a DayZ mod.
Home Alone, the Sega Genesis game. For those who don't know, they did make a Home Alone game.
I remember that game. That game was fun.
They made a few of them.
So that is number 9. Number 8, Secret Santa. It is another one of those. Like you can actually buy it for $2 on Steam right now. Secret Santa. It is a 2D top-down stealth title that tasks Saint Nick with avoiding all kinds of lethal hazards in a quest to deliver presents to the good girls and boys and colds from the naughty ones. But don't get caught. It was originally released on the Nokia N-Gage.
It sounds like you're doing some shady shit if you're not supposed to get caught.
Good one, Gage.
The Nightmare Before Christmas on the PS2. That's number
Don't
7.
remember that game.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a game either.
It was God of War.
Was it really?
It was a God of War game.
Why are you so upset over there, James?
I'm pissed off about Resident Evil. Silent Hill. I'm still upset.
Number 6 most festive game to play. Once again, Batman Arkham Origins. It takes place on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in certain areas. You can actually hear Christmas tunes such as Jingle Bell Rock and Carols of the Bells. That's kind of cool. Who fucking remembers this game? Elf Bowling 1 and 2.
Don't play Elf Bowling.
2005's Elf Bowling. It was originally debuted on the TV show Zoe 101 and That's So Raven. It's a computer.
Oh.
It's a computer game where elves are bowling pins and you are Santa and you bowl down the elves.
Is your hat going faster?
I don't remember this.
I don't know.
Yeah, Elf Bowling 1 and 2.
Your grandmother probably sent it to you on via
I
email.
remember that game actually.
And then reindeer walked across and hit your bowling ball
Yeah.
and it flew. It is one of the worst reviewed Game Boy Advance games of all time. And then they released it to PC.
Well, it didn't do well here, so let's put it over here.
Number 4, Duke Nukem, Dead of Nuclear Winter. Number 4, which is the expansion for Duke Nukem 3D, where all the zombies and not zombies, but all the aliens turn to snowmen and Santa Claus. Number 3, most festive game, Dead Rising 4. From its holiday themes, it's candy cane. What's the same thing? It's candy cane crossbows and Santa Claus booby traps. Number 2 most festive game, once again, Winter Wonderland of Super Mario Odyssey and the Snow Kingdom.
Odyssey's really good.
And then the
Play
most
Odyssey.
festive game of all time for the holidays is the Holiday Hoarders and Hitman 2. So the end of the list is almost the same as the other one. So,
Oh yeah, they had a Christmas level.
so, and then to end that,
Yakuza Kiwami.
let's talk about the top 25 best Christmas movies of all time.
You were up.
Actually, I'm going to start with number 27 because it's actually a list of 75. I'm not going to do all 75. So
That's a lot.
number 27, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Number 26, Christmas with the Cranks. That was Tim Allen's Christmas movie that he wasn't Santa Claus.
Good
Yeah, I
old
forgot
Timothy
about that
Dick.
movie.
Number 25, the old movie, When Harry Met Sally.
I forgot that was a Christmas movie.
Number 24, The Preacher's Wife, Denzel Washington. Number 23, The Polar Express, which I'm actually shocked it's only number 23.
Wasn't even that good.
Number
Excuse
22, 100% shouldn't be on here because it's not a Christmas movie. Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Get the
Fuck yeah, it's a
outta
Christmas
here.
movie.
Hey, no. If you watch the roast of him, he said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Is the best
Is.
Christmas movie.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't know what you want from me.
Number 21, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Number 20, Jack Black's movie, The Holiday, which a lot of people say that's their favorite holiday movie of all time. I've never actually seen it, but it's got Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, and Jack Black. It was one of his first movies. Number 19, Bad Santa.
I heard that's good. I'm not a big fan of him, but
18, the original Scrooge, Christmas Carol, the black and white version.
It's a classic.
Number 17, Gremlins, which I didn't realize was a Christmas movie, but it is.
Oh yeah, totally.
Number 16, once again, I'm surprised this isn't higher. The Santa Claus, the original one.
that came out a while ago. Though. That was like 96.
Jingle
90
All the Way is definitely on there
94.
somewhere.
Number 15, The Family Stone. This is a newer movie. Number 14, best Christmas movie of all time, Frosty the Snowman. Number 13 is the 1954 musical White Christmas. Number 12, it is the 24-hour marathon movie that is aired every year, A Christmas Story.
Fucking one of the worst movies to ever have been created.
The guy that's first introduction into the Resident Evil series was Orc.
That movie's overrated as fuck.
Number 11, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Number 2,
Also overrated.
that was really good though for like that type of animation at that time. That was good.
Took
My
him 4 years to
my
make it.
personality
Yeah.
is hating things. Apparently, I don't know.
Number 10, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which I agree, Home Alone 2 is way better than Home Alone 1.
If I don't hear this next one be what I think it's supposed to be, I'm gonna have a cow.
Number 9, Miracle on 34th Street, the original,
Ooh, that's
Okay.
a good one.
the black
There
and
we
white
go.
one.
That's a really good
Yeah.
one.
Number 8, the animated, well, there's only, I don't know if there's other ones, but I don't know if you can call it animation, but the
No, it's
cartoonish,
CG.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they're like puppets.
Yeah,
that's
stop motion.
claymation. Yeah.
Yeah. At Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, number 8. Number 7, National
fucking
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It's a classic.
Clogging the Shitter. Number 6, A Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Yes.
Number 5, Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I'm waiting for
The
it.
original, How the
Good.
Grinch Stole Christmas, the 1966 version.
The only version.
Number 4, Love Actually. It's like
Huh?
it's the movie
It's a rom-com.
where have you ever seen the memes where the guy holds up like the radio in the middle of the street and he's
No,
blasting
yeah,
music?
I
That's
know
what
the
that is.
movie, but it's considered a Christmas movie.
And that's where
Is it just
All I
because
Want
it's
for
in the
Christmas Is You
holidays?
came from.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where that came
Okay.
from. Yeah, All I Want for Christmas, it was inspired by that movie.
Did you say Jingle All the Way?
Not yet, no.
Mm-mm. There's two I'm waiting to hear.
Number 3, It's a Wonderful Life. It's
Okay,
a black
fair.
and white movie from 1946.
Wait,
It was initially known as a box office flop, but the movie ended up becoming a classic over time. Number 2, which I don't agree with number 2, Home Alone 1,
That's a great fucking movie.
and as for today, like Good Morning, like today, like the show, their number 1 movie of all time. Drum roll, please. Is Elf.
Get the fuck out of
Get
here.
out of here.
How is Jingle All the Way not even on there? Arnold
Okay, so
Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Turbo Man.
How the fuck is
Like-
Scrooged and Edward Scissorhands done?
Ever since
Scrooged
his hands-
is 34.
Okay.
And Jingle
But it
All
was
the
so
Way
good.
is not on there. Oh yeah, Jingle All the Way is number 33.
And is
Wait,
Edward
what?
Scissorhands on there?
Jingle All the Way is number 33. Scrooged is 34 out of 75. And
Okay.
what'd you say?
Edward
Edward
Scissorhands, because that
I don't
actually
know if you-
technically is a Christmas movie. If you look up Christmas movies on Google,
yeah,
the
it
best
is.
Christmas movies specifically,
It's
right
number
there.
40.
No shit.
Yeah, it's
That
number
could be
40.
worse.
Probably
To be fair,
because
it
it's
doesn't
not really.
fit,
Yeah, it's not super seen as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
is. Elf
Is
is
it-
considered the number one best
Is
Christmas
Jim
movie of all
Carrey's A
time.
Christmas Carol in there?
Better not be.
It better
I
fucking
doubt
be.
it. I
The movie's
doubt it.
great. Love
Uh,
Jim Carrey.
Christmas Carol,
Jim Carrey's overrated.
Scrooge, A Muppet's Christmas
We're gonna have a
Carol is number
conversation.
30. The original Christmas Carol was number 18. Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol is not on here.
Good.
Polar Express.
Problem.
Polar
That was the
Express
first one we talked about, I
was
think.
number 27.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Was
What-
someone
what-
say
what-
something
what?
else?
What about Jim Carrey's Grinch? Is that on
Oh
there?
yeah.
If I move stuff low,
The Grinch is 50.
like the
50 out
original
of
or the Jim Carrey one.
The Jim Carrey
Jim
one is
Carrey
number
one,
50 out of
okay.
75. The original one is number 5.
I love that movie.
The Santa Claus 2 is number 52.
But what will I wear?
And then
Watch for that.
Santa Claus 3 is not on the list at all.
Santa
So
Claus
only
3 is
2 and 1
trash.
are. Number 3 is not.
Escape Clause was great.
This is my wife's favorite.
Krampus? Or no?
I
Yeah.
actually have a list if anyone else doesn't.
Krampus is not on here. What's your list, James?
It is the 15 most ridiculously scary Christmas movies to watch.
Let's do it.
You said Krampus, so that kind of just segued me right into if no one else had anything.
Oh.
All right, they got. So it doesn't look like they're in order. It looks like they're actually going from 1 to 10. I don't think there's an actual order here, but you got Black Christmas, which if anyone's not familiar, murders on loose during Christmas break, phone calls to sorority girls, and apparently it's the one that this is the 2018 version, but it's a 1974 cult classic slasher film, Black Christmas. It's just a remake. But yeah, murderer, Christmas time, sorority girls, a bunch of that shit. And then a typical one that the majority of people know, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Is anyone familiar with that or no?
I've heard of it. I've never watched any of these so far, but I've heard of all of them.
I
Okay.
haven't
don't watch a
seen
lot of-
it.
Why the
It's
fuck?
too-
The ad I just watched, the first person that pops up is Mia Khalifa, then Drake. I'm
Mia
very
Kh-
confused on what this is supposed to mean, but okay. Number 3,
I gotta look that up.
Krampus.
Mia Khalifa, I'm down.
Krampus. I've never watched that. I heard the latest Krampus was a horror, but it was actually like super funny.
Mhm.
But
Apparently.
it was
I don't-
what?
That it's
Apparently
like
funny.
Krampus is an evil dude, but I was told that it's actually like really funny.
Yeah.
The-
If it's the one I think it is, it was kind of funny. It had scary moments, but there were also pretty funny moments.
Number 4 is a movie that people widely consider, but also widely forget that it kind of helped. What's the word? It helped define the genre of slasher. Silent Night, Bloody Night. That is essentially mysterious murder in a mansion turned mental asylum. And he has the plot is revenge. There's a shootout and bordering on an art house classic. Silent Night, Bloody Night offers a intriguing narrative with plenty of disturbing twists and turns. I haven't actually seen 3 of these movies so far. I've only seen Black Christmas. Christmas Evil, which I'm not super familiar with. What's the next one? Okay, another one that looks fucking weird. Apparently there's a movie from the Netherlands called Sint, and it's a Dutch Santa Claus. In the world of Sint, a Dutch black comedy horror hybrid. A dead, vengeful bishop leads a ghost gang of murderers to kill local villagers every time on December 5th. Okay, so it's based around Saint Nick from December 6th when he goes around and leaves shit in people's shoes. On the full moon on December 5th, for the first time since 1968, when hundreds of people died. That means plenty of angry, murdering ghosts. They come up from the dead and slice children to ribbons.
Nice.
Verbatim, the terminology they use there. This movie, I never thought these movies were scary, even in the slightest. But Gremlins, that's number 7. Everyone should know Gremlins. If you don't, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Santa's Sleigh. It is a
Spelled SLAY.
correct. It's a black comedy horror. That jolly old Saint Nick is really a demon who only pretended to be nice because he lost a bet with an angel. When the bet's expiration date comes to an end, the gloves come off. Evil Santa returns to his demonic rays and just goes on a complete brutal murdering spree to satisfy his needs for murderous after a day of pretending to be happy about where you ended up in life. So that's neat. Jack Frost. Was that a horror?
Yeah,
There was a horror
there was
I
a
remember
horror
that
version
one.
of it. Yeah, there would.
I do remember that one.
Yeah, there was.
Snowman came to life. And
Yeah.
killed
Basically started killing everyone. Not the Jack Frost with
Not the Keaton.
not the Keaton one, but there was another one where he basically he ate people's heads.
Wasn't there that one movie that came out a couple years ago that was supposed to be a horror? It was like a murder mystery kind of thing. And it had something to do with Christmas time as well.
I know exactly what one you're talking
Yeah.
about. I hear it was trash.
I heard it was awful, and I was really interested in it because the trailer looked good. The Children is number 10. It is a British low budget horror film from 2008, and the caption is a British horror film, a British low budget horror film from 2008 says it all. Now it says you brought them into this world, and now you will take them out. Basically, 2 families join together for holidays in a snowy remote country house. One by one, all the children become sick, and one by one, their illnesses turn them into psychotic parent killers. So that's all together now is the last quote. Dashing through the snow, dragging mommy's entrails. All right, so that's a thing. How is this on here? 11's Nightmare Before Christmas. No. Silent Night, Zombie Night. And I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Why what? It's a Wonderful Life? I feel like I'm getting punked at the end of this.
Well, A Wonderful Life was originally considered a drama.
Well, yeah, but not a... Doesn't
There's
deserve to be in the
ghosts.
scariest horror movies ever. Most fill 15 of them.
That's
Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Get the fuck out of here. I'm being punked.
true.
Nixon and Hogan Smoke Christmas. Excuse me?
I like it.
It's basically a stoner movie. It's a stoner Christmas. But that shouldn't be in here. But yeah, apparently those are what who's fucking Ranker, of course. I should have looked at the fucking website. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah, that's some of the scariest, except those last like 5, which were terrible choices. But yeah.
I got one more gaming related list here, and I forgot to bring it up earlier. I just need this fucking Credit One Venture Card commercial to go away. The top 10 highest paid YouTube stars of 2019. Number 10, Vanos Gaming.
Good old Vanos.
Made $11.5 million. He has 1.5 billion views, and the majority of his games are GTA 5 and Minecraft.
Banana Bus. Banana Bus.
Dan TDM made $12 million for his streaming and playing of Minecraft and Fortnite. Number 7 is a tie for Markiplier. Who what did he play?
Everyone knows
Everything.
Markiplier. If there is someone out there who doesn't know what Markiplier is, just stop.
He is tied with PewDiePie. PewDiePie.
Really?
Yes, PewDiePie only made $13 million off of YouTube this year, despite being the second highest
Only.
person.
Yeah,
because you
'cause
think about it, he hasn't posted a lot of content in the last year.
To be fair, I only made
yeah,
15.
every year. every year every day he posts a video.
But
It's
I
because
feel like it would be
most of it's age
meme
restricted.
reviews. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
A lot of controversy came to him, including racist and anti-Semitic videos, which has cost him a lot of money, is what it says. He's also taking a break from YouTube next, starting in 2020. He will be taking a couple months sabbatical. Number 6, Preston. He is a newcomer this year. He's made $14 million. He started playing Call of Duty and became quickly popular. Outside of YouTube, his biggest moneymaker is Minecraft server. That earns him 7 figures annually. He's 20 years old.
Nice.
Number 5, Jeffree Star. For those who don't know who Jeffree Star is, he was a musician who started on MySpace, transitioned to YouTube, where he became a clothing line celebrity. Basically rivaling Kylie Jenner.
To be fair, though, like, how much did he make off of YouTube?
YouTube only, not his makeup line. He made
Right, that's
$17
what I was
million
about to comment
off of
about.
YouTube.
Because the
$17
only
million.
reason- Yeah, the only reason that dude's rich is because his clothing, not even, but his makeup. Mind you, I don't know a lot about
his
makeup.
makeup made him
apparently
$350 million last year is what his makeup
Yeah.
made him. Which
So,
is
like,
insane.
quadruple that amount from fucking YouTube. Jesus Christ.
Yes, he only made $17 million on YouTube.
300 million
How
from
else-
makeup, though,
Oh
bro.
boy, how is he going to survive?
Yeah, just so people are aware, like, these numbers seem low, but all these people have so much shit that goes on outside of this.
I'm gonna be surprised if Logan and Jacon are on.
They are not. They both got kicked off
Really?
the list.
Good.
For what reason?
They didn't make enough.
That's
They didn't
All
make
right, I'm
enough.
about to find the fuck out.
Rhett and Link.
I
Good
can see
mythical
that.
morning.
Yep. So if you guys don't, yeah, that's exactly what that is. They
They
made
own-
$17.5 million off YouTube.
They actually purchased a large chunk of Smosh, so they also make revenue off of that.
Yeah,
Fucking
they made
YouTube.
additional $10 million off Smosh.
Yeah.
And
That's
also
crazy.
They had a book and concerts.
Yeah, they just released a new book as well. Yeah, the fucking.
They have
Bleak
4
Creek.
comedy channels, a podcast, 2 books.
I listen to Ear Biscuits quite literally just about every day. So yeah, they're that fucking low.
They're great. I go on like long stretches where I don't watch any Good Mythical Morning, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna watch this shit.
Number 3 is a 7-year-old girl, Anastasia Radzinkoski. She made $18 million. Oh, she's 5, sorry. The Russian-born 5-year-old has become one of the world's fastest-growing creators, thanks to videos in 7 languages that feature her playing with her dad on the channel, like including the channel Yanasty. Brands have noticed she has done things with Legoland, and Denon.
I feel like that's a broken statistic because she didn't make a single dime. Her parents made a lot of fucking money though.
Well, you're gonna be pissed. Number 1 then.
Is it fucking Ryan's toy fucking reviews? Because I'll have a.
Number 2 is Dude Perfect.
Okay.
They made $20 million. And
That's perfect.
and that does not include their contract they have with Nickelodeon for the Dude Perfect show. And the number
They also
1,
have a game.
yeah, they also have a game too. They also have toys. They have Nike stuff, bowling trick shots, bubble wrap battles, and they also broke multiple Guinness Book records. And 2019's number 1 content creator / highest paid YouTube creator of the year, Ryan's Toy Review.
Of fucking course.
The
it is.
8-year-old made $26 million.
I hate it.
He started when he was just 3 by unboxing toys on camera that his family sent to his relatives in Korea, but forgot to make the videos private. He went viral, became a popular sensation. He now has a line of more than 100 toys, in Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and other retail stores. He has clothes, and he also has a show on Nickelodeon, and he is coming to another deal with a show on Hulu. This boy is 8 years old.
I hate him. I mean, like, cool for the parents' hustle of their child.
Cool for the parents hustle on
Nickelodeon
the
sure
child.
going downhill.
Yeah, dude. Okay, Nickelodeon started hitting down Orange show with Tobuscus.
It was like whenever they stopped showing Rugrats and all that stuff was when it like completely.
Yeah.
They still had a lot of good content though, like iCarly, fucking Fire.
That was pretty much
iCarly
it.
was pretty
Yeah,
fired.
but that was kind of like when it started going downhill though.
Victorious.
Like same thing with Cartoon Network when they stopped showing like Ed, Edd n Eddy and all that stuff. That's when it Dexter's Laboratory, like that's when Cartoon Network went to shit. I don't even think Cartoon Network's a network anymore, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is.
Still a thing.
Fucking Angry
Sorry.
Beavers was Cartoon Network, wasn't it? I fucking love that
Nickelodeon.
show. Was Angry
Yeah, it was
Beavers
Nickelodeon,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Modern Life.
Cartoon
Hey
Network is
Arnold.
because they have what's that show with Robin? The
Teen
Teen
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate everything to do with
The
that.
licensing for Teen Titans. That's all they need.
We're supposed to be getting a final season apparently, but we'll see if that ever actually comes out.
Final season.
It was the after credit scene in good old Teen Titans. That title too.
Let's see here. Let's just curious. Ryan's total network is $76 million.
Fuck.
He has a total of 33.6 billion views on YouTube. In effing sane.
Fuck that guy. Okay.
Honestly.
That child.
So what are you
I
doing with
wait.
your life
Fuck.
knowing an
Yeah,
8-year-old
for-
kid?
Fuck.
Easy on the phrasing.
Shit, don't.
I
And
wish
demonetization.
misfortune
Clip
on
that.
that child.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's insane. It's just the things that are just unbelievable that he literally started, because my son watches him, that he literally started
I'm
just
sorry.
unboxing toys and playing with them at 3 years old to now being the #1 YouTube star in the world.
That's
Like,
called
that's
parents
not
holding their
crazy.
child out.
Nice.
Like a fucking 8-year-old. It's like, Jesus Christ. And the
Them
thing is,
parents
though,
are proud
now
of
you try to
themselves.
get into this. Like, if I were to do this and just
Sorry.
film my kids
It's
playing
already
with
so
fucking toys,
saturated.
yeah, it's not gonna do shit because it's already.
Is it saturated though, or is it just he has such a big shadow?
Both.
Well, like even like my son, like I was talking about Roadblocks and shit, playing Minecraft. Like a lot of kids watch that shit, but there's so many options now that like you have to literally find a niche
Small fish in a giant pond.
and stick
Yeah.
with that. Like
Your
Like-
best bet nowadays is like legitimately like either being really good at what you do and being really entertaining,
Yeah.
or move to LA, become friends with people.
that's true.
Like if I had the ability, I would 100% would move to LA. One, because I want to in general, because I like the area and it's not super humid, so I can deal with the heat. And second of all, I would very much enjoy being able to be friends with some of these fucking people, dude. They're so like not even just because they're like famous, but purely because like I want to do crazy shit with people, and no one wants to do fucking dangerous shit.
But yeah, like consistency, like we always talk about, is key. Like next year, like making sure we're doing that. Like James, you've been sticking to your schedule. Schroeder, same thing. Like doing Cuphead, things
How much
along
did
those lines.
David
Like that's
Dobrik make?
like
We
That's,
don't
like, the
talk
biggest
about
thing
the
of
Dobrik
being
brothers
able
in
to-
this house.
You don't
What-
like David Dobrik?
We don't talk about them in this house.
But it's only David Dobrik. Who's the
Wait.
brother?
Wait.
You're talking about the
oh,
Pauls?
Wait. No, I might be thinking of the Dobray brothers.
Okay. Yeah, David Dobrik's the fucking kid who hangs out with Josh Peck and John Stamos and shit.
Okay, I'm thinking. I thought you said the Dobray brothers, and I'm like, you don't
No.
talk
So
about that
what we
in
need
this
to do
house.
is we need to move to Atlanta, Georgia, find Mr. Beast, and befriend him. I don't know how Mr. Beast isn't fucking on this list. I just thought about that.
Also, something else I want to talk about because it's another thing that had just passed. The fucking like the YouTube awards and shit had just recently
Yeah,
passed.
he didn't win.
And
Streamies.
Tana fucking Montague
But
The
I will give her
creator of
credit.
the year. No.
No. She said that she didn't deserve it. That Mr. Beast did.
Yeah. Also, her fucking husband was like, she doesn't fucking.
Yeah.
It should be Mr. Beast.
Yeah. No, she
Jake
agreed with
Paul,
him.
One of the most cocky motherfuckers on the internet. What would be called the problem child / villain of. Said Mr. Beast is the only one who deserved that title.
Speaking
period.
of
And, like,
YouTube
everyone
creators,
agrees.
if you haven't seen it, Mr. Beast, as of 2 days ago, he did a charity where he planted
He just
for
got it.
it was
Trees.
20 million
Million
trees for every dollar that's spent. So $20 million equaled 20 million trees, and he hit that goal.
Yeah, Elon Musk, Google, and like 3 other people are like the majority fucking holders of that.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Well, there was still a ton of people.
No, absolutely.
Google
Google did a million.
and,
Elon did a million.
Susan was the head of YouTube.
Yeah, there
She
was
also
5
donated
people that did
a
$1 million.
bunch
The pseudo PR lady.
And
The
if you
head of
haven't
YouTube.
watched, he just did a contest where, it was like the last to do this wins $1 million.
You hold on to $1 million, a crate of $1 million, and last one to take their hand off.
Yeah,
I would
won.
love
Wins
to do
them.
that.
And
I
then
would
he released
absolutely
another
love it.
video that the guy spends it in 48 hours, and he pretty much fucking legit spent $1 million in 48 fucking hours.
I 100% could do that.
And it was, but the cool thing about Mr. Beast did though, because he told the guy, he was like, because he said at the end of the video, he's like, just so you know, I'm being 100% transparent in this video. You don't win $1 million without paying taxes.
Oh, of course.
And he
You're
like
gonna
told
end
the
up with
dude,
like 750,000.
he was like, so this is what you won. And he's like, you need, basically you can't spend anymore because you have to spend this in taxes. He bought a house. You have to spend this on those taxes. You bought a car. You got to itemize that. Like everything you just bought in cash is going to hit you negatively on your tax return because you're paying it with an award. He's like, I'm just being super upfront, super honest. I'm not trying to hide this. So all of a sudden, tax return time comes, and you have a 300,000.
Yeah, suddenly you owe a lot of money.
Yeah, sudden you owe the IRS $300,000, but you spent your $1 million. Yeah, when it
That's
was
why
all
you
said and
buy-
done, he had like $50,000 left.
Because honestly, I'd invest. No, I don't know. To you guys, this might sound dumb, but like I know there's people out there who will disagree that it's dumb. I would invest a fuck ton of money into buying like rare shoes and shit because that shit only grows. Like there is a huge shoe market out there,
There is.
and there's currently a pair of shoe, the Nike Back to the Future shoes. When I was in the flight club out in New York City, that there's a pair of shoes is worth 2 of my fucking cars. It's
Oh, yeah.
40 grand.
Yeah, they're expensive as shit. Yeah,
The
he bought.
cheaper version were 13 grand. That is my car.
Yeah, the guy bought a house that was $160,000 house. He bought 2 cars that equaled $100,000. He bought like 6 Macs, 5 PlayStations, 12 phones because he gave them to all of his friends. But yeah, he ended up ending when it was all said and done because of the taxes that Mr. Beast told him you have to account for. Yeah, he ended up with like $56,000. Like, ugh. I was like that's a little painful. But yeah, Mr. Beast, if you haven't watched them, his shit's phenomenal. I love him. And it's crazy he's not on this list though because of how much money he gives away and shit, but it's just funny how like little you actually make on YouTube.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy how little we make.
How little?
Trust me, I know.
Can we talk how the word we're using is absolutely insane to say how little money you
Well,
make.
yeah, because people are making millions and millions of dollars, but like, look at PewDiePie. He's got 100 million followers on YouTube, only made $17 million. Like
That's. I'm gonna backtrack and just agree with James again. Only.
Well, yeah, but like when people in their mind though, I feel like they think, okay, I have 20 million followers. I should be making $100 million. Like, I don't think people realize like the percentage and all the
No,
little
'cause
behind the scenes stuff that.
That's not how YouTube works. YouTube
Well, I know.
works off of brand deals. No, I know you get it, but
Yeah.
like, just in like the grand scheme of things, people don't realize that like you don't just get paid for being on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's collabing, bring on YouTube rev first of all, And if you want to get super technical, there is a YouTuber with only 350,000, which is Mike Majlak, and he is substantially smaller than David Dobrik, and David Dobrik has like 15 million or something like that, and he made more than him in a month on AdRev because if you do one wrong thing, you get demonetized.
Yep.
And that's just how that works because not Mr. Beast, but David Dobrik does a lot of dangerous shit with his friends and just has fun. A lot of it gets consistently backed because he has sponsors and whatnot. But off of AdRev alone, he made 3,000 as to where Mike, who only has 350,000, made 10 grand in AdRev that month.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Like,
And I think
take into account.
And they don't. A lot of people, I think, feel like, and it's a very hard industry to get into, and that's why we always talk about consistency because the grind that comes with it. It's not.
It's no joke.
No, it's really not. Including even like Twitch.
I mean, 1 million views on YouTube with ads is roughly about what, $2,000?
I'd say about 510. 1 million views with ads, less than $2,000.
Yeah, it's less than $2,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
About
It's
15.
yeah,
15 or what?
1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you have to be consistently making million view video hits all the pretty often. But think about it though, that's also divided amongst all your videos. So if you have a ton of videos, they all add up.
Yeah, I was actually way off. There's no actual number
Right.
specifically behind it, but the rumor is that $1 per 1,000 views. So yeah, you'd make about $1,000 off of 1 million views.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not a struggle, but you got to put the work in. You got to put the time and you got to put the effort. Consistency, like we always talk about, streaming constantly, making the videos, uploading the videes. Because it's not a sunshine and rainbows where you think you're just gonna make some YouTube videos and become a millionaire. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So
it's so much more than just a full-time job too. It's so a lot of people, like if you listen to Gary Vee, you can eat shit for 5 years and then build yourself an empire under that. But with YouTube, it's you eat shit and then you eat more of it and then more of it and then a pile of it and then maybe. Yeah. Just maybe you have enough of a backlog.
And then congratulations, you got demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your backlog got fucking blocked.
So yeah, but it's a lot. So if you're looking into it in 2020, that's your New Year's resolution.
You should have gotten into it like 10 years ago.
Well, for those who do want to start,
it's still possible.
It's still possible. It's just going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort because the industry is bigger than it ever has been, and you got to do something unique. You got to do a Mr. Beast type thing where no one's doing what he's doing, and that just makes him fucking skyrocket through the roof.
Mm-hmm. And that's just like the guy we were talking about earlier, Patty Mayo. He's the only one who's a legitimate bounty hunter on YouTube, and his shit's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do something, find it, do it. Like I have ideas. It's just more of doing it. My uncle said yesterday, it was actually really good advice. It's super simple, but if you want to do something, just do it. You don't have all the time in the world to live on this earth. And don't sit there with regret because you wanted to do something. Just get out there and do it. Find a way and get it done. Don't live with regret thinking of what if and what could have been. Just do it.
Personally,
and I know it's easier said than done, but...
Personally, my only issue with doing a lot of the stuff that I want to do is I need like money. So I have like you guys to like game and shit. No, but like I need a group of people who actually want to go out, go to big cities and just like fuck around and be able to do dumb fucking shit and like not worry about like, oh, I like fell and scraped my knee. We were like doing this like
parkour off the skyscrapers in New York City.
Like I just like I want to do like prank videos or just fucking with people and like not like unsuspecting people, but like just like each other and like because there's these two Aussie YouTubers. I can't remember their name exactly. One's Jackson something.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
They do like fucking silly salmon and platform 3 3/4, like 9 3/4, and then
stiff arm.
Like, I want to do or fucking get rid of it. Like I want to do that shit, but like I don't have anyone to do it with is my issue.
Yep.
Like a lot of my friends are like, yeah, I'm into that, and then when it comes time, it's just like
Nah,
Nah.
I blame James.
I don't want to throw things onto the ground. And like, yes, that would inconvenience like a worker, but like if you're a good person about it, you clean it up yourself. Because like that's what they do off camera. They clean up their own shit. And then just like, all right, so this is what happened, and we're gonna continue our day. I'll clean up my sub that I just threw onto your floor.
Stiff
Give me
arm
a
or
mop.
drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But
Okay.
good shit, boys. That's a podcast.
Let's take a look at releases.
Yes, it is.
So this release is the last releases of the year because the last thing that shows up is December 27th. So December 23rd, today, we got Reigns of Ruin coming out on the Switch and Mushroom Quest. December 24th, Oniken Unstoppable Edition comes out on the Xbox One. Demon Pit comes out on the Xbox One. Xenoraptor comes out on the Xbox One. Demons with Shotguns comes out on the Xbox One. Tamashi comes out for the Xbox One. Odalius the Dark Cell comes out for the Xbox One. Stanamanan
Exactly.
Immortality comes out on the Xbox One. Xenoraptors on the 25th on Christmas. We got Xenoraptors coming out on the Switch. Natsuki Chronicles comes out on the Xbox One. Demon Pit comes out on the Switch. Tamashi comes out on the Switch. Stanadabadam Immortality comes out on the Switch. And on the 27th, we got Clocker coming out on the Xbox One. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the last releases for the year.
Sure is. Two movies that are coming out. Christmas Day 1917, which is getting Oscar buzz, is about World War I, where a brother has to essentially go into the middle of the war, find his other brother, and save the war, based on a true story. And Uncut Gems is Adam Sandler's next movie releasing on Netflix, which is
fantastic.
Yeah, he's getting Oscar buzz for the best actor for the first time in his life.
He's getting to that age where he can properly play old Jewish men,
Yep.
and he's going to totally run with that.
Oh, absolutely.
He is going to run with that, I'm sure.
So he is getting Oscar buzz, and it is said that he has a very good chance of winning the best actor at the Oscars for this movie, and it's a Netflix exclusive. Adam Sandler, who would have thought?
He deserves
Looks good. It does look like it is going to be good.
Adam Sandler definitely deserves it.
Next week, guys and gals, and everyone who's watching, it'll be our last episode of the year. It's fucking crazy to think about. We're not really doing any news. Obviously, people have something they can talk about it, but we will be doing a year/decade in review. Games, news, movies, the evolution of video games over the last 10 years, the fucking evolution of video games, like what it came to be. Like streaming everything, anything anybody has, they can think of some current little tidbits that we have currently. We have the best company to work for the year, the worst company to work for the year, best games of the decade, top 10. We already talked about the highest YouTubers, the best internet phenomenons of the decade. That includes like your challenges, like your ice bucket challenges, technology impacts of the decade, the iPad, fucking Google Stadia, if you consider that, but it's still the 10 most important tech trends of the decade, the Switch, best gadgets of the decade, iPhone, Tulsa.
Tulsa?
Not
Once
Tulsa,
again?
Tesla.
Like Oklahoma?
Sorry,
Good
Tesla.
old Oklahoma.
I always do
Tulsa,
that.
Oklahoma.
Best
You
movies
sure
of
do.
the best movies of the decade, best TV shows of the decade. Movies of the decade. I'm interested to hear some of your guys' reaction because I read that, and it's the movie they have is very interesting. If you want to spoil it for yourselves, go ahead and look at it now, you guys. But there's a couple different lists. Overall,
what was
though,
the list?
the top 10, the top 100 best movies of the decade. It's on the 2020 recap show on the Discord. There's multiple versions of this. Honestly, depending on who you click on, each list is different. Each one has a different top 10.
Completely
Is-
different.
Is yours Film School Rejects?
No,
The Stacker?
mine starts with I posted it last Tuesday. There's
I'm just trying to find the website.
Oh, sorry. Game Radar, New York Times, and then No Film School. Each one, and the same thing with the games. So top 10 games of the year, top 10 games of the decade, releases for 2020.
Gonna be a big show.
It's gonna be a
What
big
you
show.
say?
A lot of recaps. So when I was reading
Big
some of
show.
the top trends and apps and technology of the decade, I was thinking, I'm like, I forgot that happened.
Mhm.
And then I have the top 20, 25 biggest news stories of the last 10 years. Which it may change because we had a huge thing happen this past week that is not on this list. Which we will not talk about because it's politics, but that is a huge news story. So, but anyways, that's a podcast, gents. What can we find you guys doing this
Woo!
Christmas week? Start with you, Schroeder.
Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe well, Christmas is
Wednesday.
Hump Day, so
Wednesday.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really have big plans for Christmas this year. I have some things I might do. So
Do you guys
there's a
know
couple
what
things.
you work on? Are you guys open extended hours the 26th? You guys are back to normal.
Nope. We close at 6.
26
The 26th.
We close at 6.
on the
No,
26th.
no, we don't.
We
There's no
close
way.
at 6 or 7. That's what the hours say on the front of the door, on the front of the store. We do
Huh.
not. I know we don't go past 7. That's what Dan was telling me.
On Christmas Day
No,
On Christmas Eve.
or Christmas.
no, no.
the
The
26th.
26th.
The day after
I'm just
Christmas.
fucking retarded, apparently.
It's like, what are you talking
We're back
about?
to normal hours. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we can do the battle. You guys can do the battle royal on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. I might still play something on Wednesday night. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll look for something a little Christmassy. Maybe I'll play
My
Visceral.
friend Pedro.
What is it? Visceral Cleanup or whatever.
There you go.
Christmas edition.
Play Santa Dash. You're
Something.
it's fucking a temple run, but you're Santa Claus in a sled.
Maybe I'll look for those elf bowling games we
There
were
you
talking
go.
about earlier.
Good shit.
Very
Where can we find you, Shroz?
Yeah, Twitch is Splash Screen Gaming, YouTube on Splash Screen Gaming, Facebook and Instagram, Team Splash Screen, and Twitter is the Splash Screen G.
Titties. What about you, Mark?
I don't
As
really
he's
know what
falling
I'm doing. No, I've been here. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing.
You going back home?
Yeah, I'll be going home, but as far as streaming goes, I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing there. But if you
Nice.
wanna check me out, you can see me on Twitch and YouTube at mark.exe or markdude701. Yeah.
Nice. Nathaniel? As he's falling
Christmas,
asleep
I'm
as well.
Dude, I open in the morning.
Long
know.
day.
Bad
It
after
was a
this.
long day.
It
too.
was.
Christmas, I'm gonna be family shit, then my lady shit, and then nothing. I'm gonna hang out with the lady on the 26th, play fucking some Switch or some shit, because she already knows she's getting that with the parents and whatnot. Probably watch her play the game I got her. She doesn't know when she's asleep, but I'm still not gonna say it because she'll probably look for it.
There you go.
Other than that, probably gonna fuck around with some shit I got because some cool shit. I think we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. Because everyone keeps telling me they got me cool shit, and I don't know what that means.
Don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm being bamboozled. But
Where can we find you?
other than okay, well, I guess
Oh,
we'll
my
cut
bad.
that short.
Sorry, I didn't know you were done. Keep going.
Oh, fuck me, right?
Sorry.
But 26th, if Schroeder's down, I'll probably be down to play some Battle Royale later in the night.
Okay.
Run that around like I'd imagine probably 9-10. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna hopefully stream some Alan Wake at some point, maybe tomorrow because I get off at 4. So I'm either gonna do that or play some God of War. Unfortunately, I can't stream that unless they want to see it on the shitty PlayStation version of Twitch, which is not great. But yeah, that's about it. Find me everywhere at YF Kitsune, and yeah, Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias. But yeah, that's mine.
I'll go next really quick, and James, you can go last. Save the best for last. Myself, pretty boring. Might go see Frozen 2 on Christmas Eve. Finer things in life, you know. Christmas Day, obviously. I gotta spend time with the family and the kids while they're watching them open their gifts in 5 seconds. The rest of the
And then
week.
promptly take them away because they keep hitting each other with them.
Exactly. The rest of the week, don't really have much planned. Let's see what's going on for Christmas. No idea what I'm even gonna be getting. So who knows? Hopefully I get some stuff for my system here, and I can finally use my mic. The mic my wife got me for my birthday, which I haven't been able to use because you need an amp to power it. So other than that, you can.
I
Find
recommend the audio box.
Audio box.
Audio box. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
I think I know what you're talking about. Send it to me, but I think I know what you're talking about.
USB 96.
Myself, Captain Geach 15 on everything. And that is it for myself. And last but not least, James.
Okay, so for Christmas, I might stream something. I don't know. Might change up the schedule a little bit. You can find me playing Pokemon on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then Fire Emblem on Fridays and Saturdays. Twitch.tv/People8Studios. Still don't know what I'm gonna do for Christmas. I don't really have any plans. Probably go get some Chinese food.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Best thing to do, baby.
Get some ramen, my dude.
Yeah, I can get some ramen. You could also see if you want to cozy on up with the family. You can watch the latest episode of Yakuza 0 on youtube.com/People8Studios on Wednesday. That will be dropping on Christmas Day.
Nice.
Best present to unwrap.
Heck yeah, dude.
And then also Final Fantasy 7 on Friday. And then who knows? I might one of these days get around to editing the video that me and Nate did about Japanese PS2 games. One of these days, I might. And then you can follow me on Twitter at PeopleIHate10. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing this week.
Nice.
Oh,
what's up,
one
Nate?
other thing I possibly could be doing, depending if James is down or not. Maybe we'll play some fucking Ninja Storm.
Maybe.
That's probably going to be like within a week or two. Oh, James, just because I know I haven't finished it. Have you finished Cells at Work by chance?
Haven't watched another episode since the last time we talked.
So yeah, I watched halfway into episode 2, so I'm just about caught up with you on episode 3. We definitely got to get back
Almost
to that. 'Cause that was fun.
there.
We do. The beginning of the year. Also,
Yeah.
gonna be not recording anything for the rest of the year. So, giving me and Mitchell a break from recording. So,
Bitch.
sweetness. I got a bunch of backlog stuff to upload.
Heck yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Also, once again, thank you for all hanging out, and make sure you guys have an amazing Christmas. And make sure you follow us. You love us, you like us, you email us, levelandlockpodcast@gmail.com.
Fax us.
You can fax us, yeah.
Fax us.
Adam, 8579. Oh, what the fuck's Jenny's number?
301.
Yeah, 301. Whatever the hell.
8675309.
8675309.
Yeah, there you go.
9, that's what it is.
Yep, that's our fax number. We trademarked it and spent a lot of money on that, actually. That was fucking expensive for a phone number.
It was like $30,000.
Yeah, it was insane. Make sure
almost
you
as
follow
much
us.
as it costs to play the Happy Birthday song.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at what, Jameson?
At LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And once again, from all of us, have a happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate at all, have a good day off of work. And we will see you on our year-end decade in review special next week, same time, 10:30 Eastern, 10:30. Be there, love it, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
For sure.
Deuces.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for your time.